Anthem? And keep it running right.
And
when you get the parts and advice you need at AutoZone,
when you play the
you'll
anthem,
be playing your part a whole lot better.
Right now, get Autolite Double Platinum Spark Plugs for just $1.49 each after $1 instant savings and $2 mail-in rebate. Limit 16.
Oh, crap.
Just tell me what you want me to do.
Nothing.
Enormous cash prizes every week. Hurry and get
Just drop
the Millionaire Maker event, where first place takes home $1 million. Head to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code HUDDLE to play free to become a millionaire.
There you go.
Hello? Hello? Yo, you got us?
You didn't dial them up. Test 3, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
Hello?
if you would please stand and remove your anthem by the Atlantic City High School Viking Marching
Dial.
Band,
There's no dial tone.
by Mr. Steven Spurlock and Mr. Charles Flood.
Did it come apart on the other side?
No.
Okay. Does the keypad go up, down?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with anything here.
Gotcha.
There's no dial tone. Normally you'll hear a dial tone.
Hi.
Well, that makes why this thing.
The Atlantic City High School Football Booster Club, the Huddle Club, is selling programs and seat cushions at the table near the food concession stand. The Booster Club, in addition,
I don't know.
Get rid of this then.
Yo, you got us? Yo.
He is going over.
You got us?
Yo.
All right.
Yo.
Yeah.
Your home.
Dude, that other piece of equipment wouldn't work.
Bingo. It's the phone line in this building. So we're screwed unless we go to the cell phone.
Yo.
Every Sunday morning at 9 a.m.
Yo.
Dude, the phone line here doesn't work. The phone line here is bad.
What do you want to do here then?
I don't know what to do. We tried that other piece of equipment. It wouldn't work. This thing keeps dropping. I mean, we'll just have to keep retraining.
All right. Are you ready to take it then?
Yeah, game started.
And every Sunday at 9 a.m.
I felt that one way up here.
Play the opener right now.
97.3 ESPN.
And it's not this phone line.
It's high school.
Eagles play on 97.3 ESPN.
Oh, come on.
Ball carried by Egg Harbor Township for a 5-yard hit. Stop by Mike Gill.
Mike Gill, everywhere you go. Yo.
Yo.
It allows you to take 97.3 ESPN everywhere you go. All right, I'm just going to play a bumper because the opener already played.
South Jersey to find 97.3 ESPN. Download Radio Pop and take 97.3 ESPN everywhere you go.
All right, go ahead.
Welcome live to Atlantic City High School, home of the Vikings. Mike Gill, Tom Getsky here on a Friday night. It is Atlantic City and EHT, our game of the week, as Atlantic City at home to open up the season, Egg Harbor Township. It is the opener for both teams here on a Friday night. Mike Gill and Tom Getsky bringing you all the play-by-play action with live video on 97.3 ESPN.com. And we've got Atlantic City with the football as we start this game a little early here in Atlantic City. A big run by Douglas DeBerry has Atlantic City at 2nd down and 10 after about a 40-yard pickup on a first down. Brevard passes into the flat, and it is complete for a first down. As Atlantic City with a hurry-up offense, pass complete on the far right side, Tom. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, pass complete to Mike Borello on that play. The run in the Chip Kelly style, notice, getting the calls from the sideline automatically in at the line of scrimmage. No huddle. Brevard calling signals with a single back.
Brevard with a shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. Yeah, Atlantic City using some signs, holding them up. Brevard on 1st and 10, ball at the 21. He's going to keep it himself. Now it looks like an option play. He's rolling, tucks it, and gets pushed out of bounds after a pickup of about 2 on the play. So it looked like some sort of option play there for Atlantic City with a flag on the play.
Yeah, it was the same play they ran to DeBerry. He was able to get the tackler to come up, make the hit on Brevard, and then he got rid of the ball, and DeBerry had that huge run down the left side of the field all the way down inside the 30. That's where Atlantic City took possession on there with that first down. Kelly now calling signals to his offense. Basically, Mike, what they do is they get to the line of scrimmage, they take a look at the defensive setup, then they look to the sideline for the call from the coach, and then they run everything out of that. No huddle offense.
Michael Barillo is a senior in the slot, as Atlantic City has 4 wides, 2 to each side. Brevard, the junior quarterback, and Douglas in the backfield. Brevard looking over the Egg Harbor Township defense. He's going to throw into the flat. It's complete and out of bounds. Nadir Singleton catches the football. He gets decent yardage, but after the penalty, it's still going to be 2nd and long here for Atlantic City. 10:32 left to play, first quarter. It's opening night of the Cape Atlantic League season. Holy Spirit and Cedar Creek both in action last week in non-conference games.
Just got the ball back to the line of scrimmage, Mike, so they're still looking at 10 yards to pick up their second first down on this drive, and we have yet another penalty. It's a face mask going to go against EHT, and it has been declined.
Remember, both teams have not played yet, so this is the first game, and you heard Thomas Kelly. We're all anxious. It could be sloppy. Who knows?
Well, remember Atlantic City last year started the season 4 games on the road because this new field wasn't finished yet. At least this year they started home, but they didn't see their first home game until week 5 last year.
That's right, and whistles now as the officials taking a look at something. You bring up the new field here, which is all turf, brand new field, brand new scoreboard in Atlantic City, and a brand new football season. Mike Gill and Tom Getsky set to give you the call. And don't forget, Saturday night on 97.3 ESPN, Penn State featuring St. Augustine's Austin Johnson, Brandon Bell, Mike Giesecke. They're in action taking on Rutgers in the Scarlet Knights' first ever Big Ten game on 97.3. Pavard sends a man, Barillo in motion, fakes to Barillo, over the middle, and not ready for it. It's picked off, intercepted by Victor O'Farrell, and basically it looked like the tight end was not turned and ready for the football.
Did not come back and look for the football, and the defensive back was sitting right there, and he really wasn't even in coverage. He was just sitting back looking for the errant throw, came right to him, and he runs the ball back. Is still in Egg Harbor Township territory, but just shy of the 40-yard line. At the 35, as a matter of fact, as they move it back.
So EHT with Atlantic City with an early turnover. And Egg Harbor Township will take over. Kyle Houghton is the quarterback for the Silver Eagles. And he's in a shotgun, twin backs.
97.3 ESPN. All right, Gab.
Over the middle.
Pass incomplete, brings it up 2nd and 10. For Egg Harbor Township, as they are at their own 35, coming off of their first offensive opportunity after the interception.
2nd down and 10, ball at the 35. Egg Harbor Township breaks the huddle. They send a receiver to the near side. Now 2 receivers to the near side. And a pro set backfield with a shotgun. 10-17 to play in the first quarter. Houghton. Hands off and right up the middle there to meet him. His numbers are all off.
Houghton is going to be the kind of kid that's going to want to run or throw the football. He is a big kid. He can see over the line very easily at 6'5". He does have a good arm, according to first-year head coach Kevin Stetzer. So, and they were going to run out of the Pro I. We haven't seen the Pro I yet, as he's joined in the backfield, not in the I.
Houghton sends a man in motion to the near side of the field. He's going to roll to the near side, throws a pass, and it's short. The intended receiver, Robert Corsi, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he had a wide-open receiver in Spencer LaSure. LaSure was just wide open, and because of some pressure from Atlantic City, Houghton had to get rid of the football. So they're unable to capitalize on the turnover, are the Eagles, and they're going to punt to Atlantic City. Atlantic City should get real good field position out of this.
Yep. Standing back at around his 30-yard line for Atlantic City. Pavard, and it's a high snap, taken, he drops it, but no rush by Atlantic High. It's a short punt, bounces at the 40, and takes a roll across the 40-yard line to about the 37-yard line, and Atlantic City will take over at their own 37 with 9:29 left to play here in the first half. This is the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN. Connect with Brian Brumell and the sales staff at Boardwalk Honda on Facebook.
And Jersey Mike's got a great menu of sandwiches in the ShopRite Center in Summers Point. Choose from an assortment of cold subs, including the American Classic ham and provolone with onions, lettuce, tomato, and their special spices. Among their hot sandwiches, Jersey Mike's famous Philly sandwich, the Big Kahuna cheesesteak. That's Jersey Mike's.
Brevard, you'll hear it most of the night in a shotgun. 4 wide receivers. And he's going to hand it off left. He's going to keep it himself, pitches it into the slot, and he gets it to Singleton. Singleton starting around a couple tackles. Now a flag, breaks a tackle, crosses the 50, across the 40, down the sideline is Douglas DeBerry. A little misdirection there. Atlantic City with a little fake inside handoff, and then threw a little bubble screen.
And what he did is he reversed his field. When he saw everybody was cued in on the bubble screen, he reversed his field, did DeBerry, and obviously the flow coming back to him with his speed was very late in getting there, as he wasn't stopped until after a 30-yard gain, but flags are on the field. Atlantic City retreating as a result.
So that's going to back them up here, as it's been a penalty-filled first quarter with 9:17 left.
You know, Brevard had such a great sophomore year. They're looking for big things out of him, Mike. He passed for 1,240 yards, 16 touchdowns by arm, 4 on the ground. He was responsible for 20 TDs as a sophomore. They're really looking for big things, and the junior class for Atlantic City is their strong point. All of these kids got some experience last year and certainly are getting ready to be very highly experienced seniors.
Man in motion. They hand it to the motion man, Canella, and he is met and stopped for a short gain, if any. Egg Harbor Township's defense with a pile up there.
Yeah, stopped on the play by Seth Wagner for the Eagles as he came up and made the play from his outside linebacker's position.
Atlantic City with trips to the near side. Nadir Singleton, a senior, is split wide. Pavard letting Canella in on a little secret. Now he's back in the shotgun. 8:47 and counting. 2nd and 23. Ball at the 25. Pavard rolls to the near side. Eludes a would-be sack. Bounces to the outside. Crosses the 30. Pushed out of bounds on the far sideline as it's going to be 3rd down for Atlantic City.
Spencer LaShore did a real nice job of not getting caught pinching and kept his distance wide and really stopped Brevard for a very short game. Still brings up 3rd and about 20 for the Vikings.
3rd down, 18, ball at the 30-yard line here on opening night. Mike Hill, Tom Getsky on 97.3 ESPN. Twins to the near side, twins to the far side. Single setback Brevard in a shotgun. He's going to hand it right up the middle, and a gain of about 5 on the play for Aquan Conway.
Brian Lifke in on a real good fill from his linebacker position. A very good one-on-one tackle. Atlantic City will now have to turn the ball over. So very inconsistent offenses so far, some penalties, some turnovers, and we're playing in the middle of the field to start the game.
You like that call on 3rd and long, or do you think they should have taken a shot or just a clean little hand up and play the field position game?
If the coach is seeing it the same way we are, it's sloppy right now. I'd say punt it away, let the defense play, and maybe talk to my offensive troops and see if I can settle them down.
7:52 and counting.
Join the Sports Bash
here on
warm-up
97.3 ESPN. And Atlantic City back to punt. It's a short, high punt. It is a bounce at the 40, rolls to the 35, all the way back to around the 30. Then it takes a little bit of an Egg Harbor Township bounce. And that's where Laura's punt will be touched, and it's down by the Vikings. And Egg Harbor Township takes over for business.
Boardwalk Honda invites you to check out their always up-to-date online inventory, ideal for doing research from the comfort of your own home or office. When you found the Honda models you like, visit Boardwalk Honda at 6807 Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township and take a test drive. The service that you'll receive is a cut above, and Brian Brumel's sales staff are professional. You'll quickly understand why Boardwalk Honda has such an expansive base of loyal customers. Boardwalk Honda, call 877-472-6499. 7:31,
first quarter, and whistles again. 1st and 10 for EHT, and the whistles are because Atlantic City takes a timeout.
You need a sign, you got to call Captain Charlie. Captain Charlie at Blue Water Graphics creates signs for real estate and other businesses, does construction site signs, window lettering for your business. You can also provide the lettering for your van, truck, car, or boat. You can reach Blue Water Graphics at 609-823-8891. Signs, banners, vehicles, windows, whatever lettering you need. Phone Captain Charlie at 823-8891. That's Blue Water Graphics. And this game is brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City. They encourage you to get out, support your favorite high school team every week. That's Calvi Electric.
Monday night, the Eagles visit Indianapolis. Merrill Reese, Mike Quick bring you all the play-by-play on 97.3 ESPN. And next weekend, I'll be with Ken Mosca. Mainland right back here at Atlantic City on Friday, and Tony Blum and Steve Parker have Buna at Cedar Creek on Saturday. Next Friday on WPG Talk Radio 1450, Tom Williams and Tom Getsky bring you Violin at Ocean City. Over on 1450 tonight, Ocean City is taking on Absegami. We'll have the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard throughout the night. 1st and 10 at the 32. EHT hands off of the right tackle, and quickly Atlantic City closes that play up for a gain of about 1.
Yeah, Dante Moore on the carry, but as you said, Mike, quickly closed. The small hole was there. Moore, again, one of the outstanding runners for Egg Harbor Township in that struggle last year. He was one of the bright spots. They looked forward to seeing him perform this year. Picks up 2 yards on his first carry.
2nd and 7, ball at the 35, so a gain of 3 on that first down play. Under 7 to play in the first quarter. Halton under center with a power eye. Halton barking out the signals. Hands off left tackle. Bounces to the outside, and a gain of about 2 as Dante Moore, the junior, with the carry again.
Yeah, Dante Moore found some room over there. Got some good push from the tackle on that side. Left tackle, like tight end over there, and he was able to ride them for a good game, brings up 3rd and short. Speed is what Atlantic City does possess. Their 4th-year coach, Tom Kelly, said, they really do like their skill positions, the speed they bring, and they were very quick to that to close that hole after that game.
3rd and 2, ball at the 40. EHT hands off the middle. It looks like they're going to be short of the first down. In there on the stop for Atlantic City is Vaishon Brock.
And Dante Moore tried the right side that time. As you said, as soon as he got to the point of attack, man, he got stopped. And really, they were standing him up, and they were really trying to rip the ball from his hands. So he is well short of the first down. It's going to bring up a 4th. And they are in EHT territory, so certainly the punt in order here. 4th and about, a yard, maybe a foot.
Over on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Mainland is on top of Millville, 7-0, a 58-yard TD pass by Edmonds, and Gammy 6, Ocean City nothing. Here it's 0-0, 5:30 left in the first quarter. 4th down and 1, and Halton's going to keep it himself, pushing the pile, and Tom Getsky indicates to me that he thinks he has it. We'll see where the officials
I'm going with the line judges right in front of me, and he's got them at a first down. Again, Halton is a big kid. He's a 6'5" senior, and he just basically got behind his center and let his back push him, and he got the yardage necessary for the first down of the game for the Eagles.
5:15 to play, first quarter, 1st and 10, ball at the 43. Halton in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And a big stick, and how did he hold on to it? Did he fumble the football? We'll see. Did the official call it a complete pass?
They did not. They called it an incomplete pass. He was fumbling that football all the way, and then, as you said, big contact, and the ball popped out, but he never did secure that football. So the official right on the spot calls it incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for EHT at their own 44.
Yeah, you could have wondered if he actually caught the ball, took a couple steps, then fumbled it as he took a big stick there. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 43-yard line. 4:58 left to play in the first quarter. Halton with trips to the near side. Back to throw, sets up a screen, catches it in the flat, and he tripped up around the 45-yard line.
Once again, Atlantic City speed to the ball, Mike. I mean, boy, they got there right away. Anquan Conaway right there. Even though the screen looked like it was set up, they filled real quickly. And Conaway was right there. That screen should have had more yardage. They hold them to about 4.
Over on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Bridgeton and Buena tied 0-0 after 1. Scoreless after 1, Hamilton versus Kingsway. Hamilton's first night as a member of the West Jersey Football League. 3rd and 7 on their own 46. EHT in a shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. And it looked like Atlantic City jumped right over the nose there.
Yep.
Right over the nose.
Yeah, I don't know if Halton's going to get away with that again. I'm sure right now they're going to call that against Atlantic City. They encroached, but Halton really force that motion. He's doing some hand signals back there that the officials may warn him about, if not throw the flag.
Millville scored a touchdown, 7-7, just like that. So Mainland went up 7-0. Millville answered already. So scores are jumping in on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard. It's 0-0 here with 4 minutes left. 3rd down and 2, ball at the 49. They hand it off to Moore. Moore pushed backwards, and he gets pushed back across the 50. We'll see where they spot this ball. They're going to give him the forward momentum here, but another 4th down and short here, it looks like, Tom.
And Anquan Conaway and Tyler Weber really in there stiffening and holding him to a short gain. Looks like it's going to be another fourth down call for EHT on this drive. They have just entered Atlantic City territory, sitting at the 48.
4th and 1, 3:19 and counting. Ball sitting right at the 48-yard line.
Quarterback sneak again there, Mike.
Probably. Yeah, right in enemy territory. See if they can get that quick first down. Halton under center. As you mentioned, he's a big kid. Halton's going to keep it himself up behind the left guard, and it looks like he's got enough falling forward for a first down.
Line judge is giving it to him. They have him just shy of the 49 now, and that should be enough for the first. Is directly in front of us, so the nose of the football, I think, has got him the first down. They're going to measure, and they are. So with this measurement, I want to tell you about Bumgardner House Lifting, and under the Flood Insurance Reform Act of 2012, you can save more than $90,000 over 10 years if you build 3 feet above base flood elevation. The all-star staff at Bumgardner House Lifting can attend to all your house-raising needs. The Bumgardner family has 65 years of combined experience in general construction. Visit bumgardnerhouselifting.com or call toll-free 855-324-2700. Bumgardner House Lifting, restoring the Jersey Shore one home at a time.
Mike Gill and Tom Getsky here on 97.3 ESPN.
Drive continues. Second first down for EHT. Both first downs have come via the quarterback sneak and 4th and short situation.
Now they got a 1st and 10. They can open the offense back up in enemy territory. Ball at the Atlantic City 47. Halton in a shotgun. And he's going to give to Moore. Moore bounces through a couple of tackles, gets up to around the 40-yard line, and near first down yardage on the play. Nice little scat back play as Dante Moore, 5'4", 165. I was there one day, 5'4", 165.
I seem to recall that day, as a matter of fact.
Maybe one day.
Vashon Brock, by the way, in on the tackle there. Moore did a nice job. Mike, notice when he started getting some contact, he veered to the right, found a little seam, put some extra yards on that run. 2nd and 4 now for EHT.
They go to the eye. They give it to the fullback who goes up forward close to a first down here. It looks like Connor Augustino, but there's a flag on the play. We'll see what that flag has to do with this play.
Very, very difficult handoff there. It seemed like the fullback was on top of Houghton much too quickly. But, again, the senior got the ball into the gullet there, and Atlantic City surprised by it as well. And the penalty's going against AC.
Yep, Atlantic City walking backwards again, so more mistakes on the Vikings. It's going to give them an automatic first down now, as they were just short of the first down. But now they have a first down coming up on 2 minutes here in the first quarter.
Notice it's starting to settle down now. The offense, at least for Egg Harbor Township, stringing together 3 first downs via the ground and slowly but surely, carving their way into Atlantic City territory, now at the 31 of the Vikings.
1:49 to play here in the first quarter. Halton in a shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the near side, and he's going to hand it off to Moore, who comes to the near side. Moore bounces to the outside. He tries to get a tackler, and Brevard swings him to the ground, and not a great gain there by Egg Harbor Township on first down. Jameer Brevard, the quarterback, steps up and makes a nice play.
Again, didn't get caught pinching, Mike. He stood his ground, and that good speed of Moore, he was unable to turn the corner as a result. It certainly looked like it was there. Good seal blocks by the offensive line on the right side, but no, Brevard came up from his position and made the play by not pinching.
2nd and 6, pick up a 4. And Augustino is gang tackled after a pickup of about 2 or 3 on the play.
Yeah, once again, that's Vashon Brock in on the tackle. Atlantic City's getting very little penetration on defensive line. A lot of the tackles are coming from the linebacker position. That does not bode well for the Atlantic City defense. You're going to have to make some adjustments.
3rd down and 3. There's been a lot of 3rd and short situations for Egg Harbor Township on this drive, and we'll see if they try to get another playoff here, if they can get one more playoff before the end of the first quarter. 25 seconds and counting here as Egg Harbor Township does break the huddle. Halton looks over the Atlantic City defense with a power eye, and he fumbled the football. The ball's on the ground, and it looked like Halton fell right back on top of it.
I think he just pulled away too quick. He really wanted to get the ball to the fullback. He wanted to get the quick hitter off the left side, get behind the big fella over there, but he was just unable to secure the football, put it on the ground.
End of the first quarter here in Atlantic City tonight. Nothing's our score. It's the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Boardwalk Honda wants your car, and they're paying top dollar. Visit boardwalkhonda.com.
You know, for over 60 years, the Oreo Circle Cafe has been the gathering spot for local sports fans. They are loaded with TVs at the Oreo, so you can always see your favorite game. It's not fine dining at the Oreos, just good food. In fact, their wings and tenders were voted best at the Shore. Kitchen's open daily from 11 a.m., and you can phone them at 609-927-6111 for takeout. The Circle's gone, but the Oreo Circle Cafe is still there on MacArthur Boulevard in Summers Point. And if you like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency, they're the coastal insurance specialist with over 35 years' experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health. They offer it all at the Heist Agency with convenient offices located at 700 West in Ocean City, at 7809 Atlantic Avenue in Margate, Egg Harbor Township, at the Providence Professional Park, and in the ShopRite Shopping Center in Marmora, South Main Road in Vineland. So, you will also find them online at heistagency.com. Remember, Thomas H. Heist when you need insurance.
Mike Gill, Tom Getsky, live in Atlantic City, home of the Vikings on opening night. We got to take a picture of this sky out here, Tom. This is one for the
red sky at night, hour's delight, right?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's about as pretty a setting as you could possibly have, overlooking all of the bayfront homes. The water, the red sky, it's beautiful, but let's get back to high school football.
Halton in a shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. He's going to drop back, fires. He's got a man one-on-one for the end zone, and it is complete in the end zone for an Egg Harbor Township touchdown. One-on-one coverage, and just went up over to the defender, who did a great job defending.
That was a beautiful fade. I mean, he threw it exactly the way he should. He threw it where only the receiver could catch the football. So from about 25 yards out, it's Houghton on the pass play. The catch is good. The end zone found, and Egg Harbor Township strikes first.
Spencer LaShore catches the touchdown pass, and Egg Harbor Township takes a early 6-0 lead as they try for the extra point.
LaShore was one of their steady receivers last year. As he comes back, he's a junior at 5'10", 170, but speedy. And the point after is no good as it went wide right. So Egg Harbor Township strikes first at 11:54 of the second period. The Eagles 6, the Vikings 0. Interstate Batteries in Egg Harbor Township is now the 10th largest in the country, bringing their excellent service to 7 counties in southern New Jersey. They not only have the battery for you, your car, your boat, RV, motorcycle, ATV, truck, power chair, or golf cart. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is at 6064 Riga Avenue in Egg Harbor Township. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Phone them at 609-646-5008. And if you need a battery, you're going to find it at Interstate Batteries. Tested and trusted, and they are dependable. So the 25-yard touchdown pass, Houghton to LaShore. Both experienced players from last year. LaShore, wide receiver, junior for the Vikings, got himself that fade pattern into the first corner of the end zone. Mike, as you said, perfectly thrown. The only guy that could have caught it was LaShore. The defender was right there, but out of his reach.
Angelo set to kick off. Augustino, Pavard back deep for Atlantic City, along with DeBerry, and it's a short kick. Atlantic City takes it at about the 30-yard line, crosses up to about the 35-yard line, short of the 35, and that's where the Vikings will open for business. They trail 6-0 with 11:49 left to go in the first half.
Nashad Austin received that kickoff. Very short one. He was sure-handed, though. Pretty decent field position for Brevard and his Viking offense. Now here comes the settling down part. Can they answer? It's been a bit of penalties and turnovers for Atlantic City. Can they settle down now? And can they get back into this game?
68 degrees here on a Friday night with a purple sky in Atlantic City.
So Brevard calling signals. He is in the shotgun, wide right to Atlantic City Vikings. Man in motion. The motion man gets the ball. And he's got some good blocks turning it upfield, and that is Douglas DeBerry, and a real good gain on first down for the Vikings, thanks really to the great seal blocks on the right side by the Vikings. So DeBerry gets himself 7 yards on first down, opens up the playbook a little bit there, Mike, as Coach Kelly has got himself a 2nd and short now. They are already at the line of scrimmage.
Right back on the ball.
And notice he's just what I said. They'll take a look at what they think the defense is showing and then look for a call from the coach. It's going to be a little bubble screen.
And they get the bubble screen out there to Douglas DeBerry, and just a quick little pass into the slot there and let him do one-on-one work.
And DeBerry really started to show up late in the season last year, first down for Atlantic City. And he is also a junior, Mike, so he's going to be back. And Atlantic City picks up a first down.
Back to the line of scrimmage. They're coming right back at it, and they hand the ball right up the middle there. And this time, Atlantic City has nowhere to go. Push backwards at the line of scrimmage as Atlantic City tries to run it right up the middle.
Yeah, well, right up the middle is Tyler White, and he was going to have none of that. The stocky one stopped that one for no gain at all. Brings up 2nd and 10, the ball at the Atlantic City 44.
Yeah. 2nd down, Atlantic City in a shotgun. 4 wide receivers, and now it looks like Brevard changing the play at the line. And he flips it right into the flat to Barillo. Barillo catches, gets upfield, crosses the 50, stiff arm to the 45, and goes forward to around the 40-yard line. So Barillo with a nice catch and run.
And I'll tell you, it's the blocking, too. Once again, they got the hat on a hat. They kept their feet, kept their arms inside, and just really created a nice ball. And we're at the line of scrimmage. Another first down for Atlantic City.
Brevard in enemy territory with his Vikings in a shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Now they look over to the sideline yet again. Barillo in the near side slot. And Brevard, he's going to hand it to the up back, and immediately is Aaron Jackson with no place to go. So that play doesn't seem to be working too much.
No, Robert Corsi in on the tackle. Assisted by a host of Eagles on that play. So 2nd and 10 will be the call again for Atlantic City.
Jackson lines up to the left of Brevard, 4 receivers. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 41-yard line. 10:15 to play in the half. Brevard to throw. Steps up. Going to keep it himself. Crosses the 40 at the 35, 30, 25. Makes a move to the 20 and barrels over a safety up to around the 18-yard line. And there's a big run, the biggest play of the night for Atlantic City.
And we talked about the speed that I know Coach Tom Kelly is really looking forward to coaching all year this year. Mike, did you see the burst when he got to the 25? Once he got to the 25, separation was in 2 steps.
Back right on the line. 1st and 10. Brevard wants to throw. He fires a pass. It is complete for a touchdown.
Atlantic City answers, Mike, the settling effect. The ball was on the 18-yard line, so the 18-yard touchdown pass. And we have officials calling no play. They are saying, apparently, that Egg Harbor Township had called timeout.
Wow, so a timeout taken before the pass, and it wipes off an Atlantic City touchdown, and Thomas Kelly is out on the field and not happy. Didn't hear any whistles from where we're standing anyway.
Well, the bottom line is the ball was set. The official put the ball down at the line of scrimmage, walked away, blew the whistle, the play ran. In the meantime, the line judge on the EHT side comes running in with the timeout call. So that's an official thing as far as I'm concerned, but they'll sort it out.
6-0 EHT leads. 9:57 left to play in the half.
There's a full line of brand new cars available for rent at Just 4 Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Absecon, Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood, Route 50 in Mays Landing, and at the Perry Egan's and at Perry Egan. 16th and Simpson in Ocean City. Not only do they have the car you're looking for, but they also have the conversion vans, trucks, minivans, and 15-passenger vans. Be smart. Rent at Just 4 Wheels, serving South Jersey for more than 25 years. Absecon, Wildwood, Mays Landing, Ocean City, Berlin, Lakewood, and Brooklyn, New York. Open 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Phone Just 4 Wheels, 645-8077 or 522-0049. That is Just 4 Wheels.
Live action here, 1st and 10 at the 18. 9:57 Atlantic City had a touchdown wiped out by a late timeout call. We'll see if they run that same play again. It was Prevard to DeBerry. This time, Prevard fakes a pass, now hands it off to Jackson, and Jackson gets smothered in the backfield, a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, real good penetration by the defense of the Eagles of Egg Harbor Township. Angelo Branca was first in, but there was a host of black jerseys in the Atlantic City backfield, loss of 1.
2nd down and 12. Atlantic City trips to the near side. They roll to the near side. Here comes Prevard. Holding, throwing, firing, and it's complete right around the 11-yard line, caught on the near sideline by Dupree Wright.
So we have him at about the 9, Dupree Wright on the catch. Did a nice job of just turning, facing his quarterback so the defender couldn't get to him and had his feet in bounds for the gain. 3rd and 1 now for Atlantic City. 4-down territory for sure.
Yeah, ball at the 10. They have it listed as 3rd and 2 officially on the scoreboard here. Under 9 minutes to play. Trips to the far side. Prevard. And he keeps it himself up the middle, and Prevard in.
9-yard touchdown on the quarterback keeper by Prevard. Did a beautiful job of hesitating. He looked like he gave the ball to the upback, but did not. Kept it himself, looked for the hole to open, and once it did, that burst of speed, Mike, is really something. He can, in 2 steps, he can be at full speed, and there was no one going to stop in as he went into the end zone. So Prevard does it all. He did it 4 times last year on the ground, and now he's even going to kick the extra point. Mr. Do-It-All plays both ways, responsible for 21 touchdowns in his high school career, the first one tonight.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. So with 8:51 left to play here in the first half, Atlantic City 7, EHT 6.
Shoppy's is even better online. You've probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but at Shoppy.com you can select and design your own trophy or award, order it right there. Shoppy's also has a complete line of gifts. Remember, you're just not presenting the finest trophy unless you are presenting a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684 for Shoppy's since 1921. Live coverage of Atlantic City Viking basketball games will be brought to you in part by football. Okay.
I know.
Dino's of Margate, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m.
I know what it says.
Serving award-winning
sport I'm watching.
And pizza and a great breakfast menu. Dino's delivers all over, including to the beaches. 822-6602. Dino's, 8016 Ventnor Avenue in Margate. Also, make sure you visit the Vagabond Kitchen and Tap House just down the street from the Atlantic City High School. The neighbor with the best burgers. Vagabond features 9th period happy hour every Monday through Friday from 3 until 6. Vagabond Kitchen and Tap House open weeknights until 1 a.m. until 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. Join your fellow Viking fans before and after games at Vagabond.
And I know they're having a nice benefit there tonight.
My son is there with my new granddaughter, I might add, and enjoying it.
Low kick down to the 15-yard line, and he'd probably been better off letting that go. His feet slipped out from under him, and Atlantic City catches a break here. 7-6, Prevard with a touchdown run for Atlantic City.
Yep, and you're right, Mike. That's exactly what he should have done. He should have I think he was caught in the middle. He really didn't know whether to field it. He didn't know whether it was for sure going to go out of bounds. So 15-yard line, tough spot. But notice the 2 offenses. We talked about it in the second half when the offenses were scattered with penalties and turnovers and so forth. Notice they've settled down now. EHT scores. Atlantic City with a nice drive of their own. They, too, score, picking up 3 or 4 first downs on that drive. So 7-6 now.
1st and 10, ball at the 15. Viking their own 15-yard line. Halton throws, and it is incomplete as Atlantic City defensively now picking it up a notch.
It was knocked down on the play, Atlantic City, where that was Deion Davis. He is also one of those juniors, and he came back from last year. He's a real good player. They look for him to contribute on both sides of the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, ball at the 15, 8:46 to go in the half. Halton sends a receiver to the near side, power eye backfield, and he's going to hand to Moore. Moore off right tackle, carrying a couple defenders, and down he goes at about the 20. Short of a first down by about 4 or 5 yards, so he picks up 5 on the play. It'll be a 3rd down for Egg Harbor Township.
Dante Moore is that back. He is a tweener. You know, he doesn't have a lot of height, and he only weighs 165, but he can run with power, and then he can also run with breakaway speed. He had, again, a very good year last year. As a young sophomore, and here he is contributing once again at a high level for the for the Eagles.
3rd and 4, ball at their own 21. Houghton under center, and he's going to throw. Fires one, and it is incomplete. The outstretched arms on the far side of the field, looking for Spencer LaShore, and it looks like
penalty on the play. I think they're going to call pass interference.
I was going to say, it looks like a penalty here, but nobody's really given any indication of anything. And
well, they're marching it off against Atlantic City from the 21-yard line. So I'm not sure what will be the call. We'll see it in a minute, but yeah, pass interference call for sure. So it takes the ball all the way out to the 35.
We did see the receiver on the ground. It looked like maybe there was a tangle up there. I don't know if there was so much interference.
Just think it was a hand on him, when the ball reached there. So we couldn't see it clearly except for the flag.
1st and 10, ball at their own 36. Halton in a shotgun. 2 receivers to both sides of the field. Halton throws, fires. It's complete. No, he dropped it. Looked like he was turning up the field when he made the catch, and then all of a sudden tried to get upfield. Seth Wagner, the tight end, could not corral it.
Couldn't call it better than that, Mr. Gill, because that's exactly what he did. Run before the catch, and he did look upfield. He turned actually slightly his left shoulder upfield, unable to get the football. 2nd and 10 now with the ball at the Eagle 36. So Atlantic City gets a break right there because he was open and he had the corner.
2nd and 10, ball at the 36. 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. Just under 8 minutes. Halton under center. And he's going to hand it off to Moore. Moore bounces to the outside, and he runs over a defender up to the 39-yard line. And Amon rolls into the game at running back for
Javier Laura on the tackle for Atlantic City, but real good, strong running at the point of attack. Laura wrapped the arms, made a nice hit, but boy, he got bowled over for an extra 2. Brings up 3rd, and we'll call it 4.5.
By the way, that was Robert Corsi, number 2, not number 5. I should probably wear my glasses. I have them here with me. I see they probably help you.
I know. Yeah.
Halton.
I'm blind without him.
In a shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side. Play action fake. Pressure. He throws it well into the flat. Nobody nearby. And the pressure came from Malik Pennell, the defensive end for Atlantic City.
That ball didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Luckily, it went out of bounds. So the ball will be brought back, and it's going to be 4th down now for the Eagles. They will punt over, and notice who's returning punts. So we return punts, the quarterback. We play on defense, the quarterback. I'm talking about Prevard. We kick field goals.
He shoots threes, too.
It's just they're going to ride this young man. He's Kelly likes him a lot, and his teammates, his junior brothers, they love him a lot. And they're gonna use him in every possibility.
Stick around for halftime tonight. Dave O'Sullivan has scores from around the Cape Atlantic League. It'll get you up to date on all the scores tonight on a first Friday of the Cape Atlantic League schedule. Low snap, handled, punt is low, end over end, bounces. Pavard picks it up, 35, 40 to the outside, 45, 50, and pushed out of bounds there. So a good 20-yard return for Jermaine Pavard. Jameer Pavar, the junior, 6'2", 170, do-it-all.
The Storage Inn is a family-owned business started at more than 3 decades ago at 2527 Fire Road in Egg Harbor Township. They have over 40 different sizes to meet all your storage needs, personal and commercial. Storage Inn, open 7 days a week with a 24-hour, 7-day security. 609-646-6400 for the Storage Inn, also located in Ocean City, or visit storageinn.net. Their managers are on site to assist you. The Storage Inn of EHT and Ocean City.
7 minutes exactly left to play in the first half. Dave O'Sullivan, we mentioned, has scores and highlights. Make sure you check out Dave's website. And there's a penalty after that play, though, by the way, where a 15-yard personal foul that is chalked on. He gives Atlantic City the ball at the 33. Check out acglorydays.com for everything on the Cape Atlantic League. All sports, football included. 1st and 10, ball at the 33 of EHT. In enemy territory are the Vikings. And a quick handoff. It looks like a tough handoff. The handoff was high around the neck area there. Now a flag comes flying in from the sideline. But that was not a clean handoff there, Tom.
Absolutely not. In fact, the ball kind of rose up through his midsection up to under his chin strap as he was trying to secure the football. That was Antoine Conaway on the run for the Vikings. The penalty is going to be marched off once again against the Eagles. So this is creating the short field for this young defense. First-year head coach Kevin Stetzer says, we are truly rebuilding. The Eagles were 2-8 last year, and they want to do better than that, but they better stop the penalty. They have really given Atlantic City a short field.
Right up the middle, a burst of speed, and across the 25-yard line. Nice pickup on that 1st and 15, the first down play.
Opens the playbook, Mike, when you can look at 1st or 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5, maybe even better than that. And again, with the speed and with a quarterback as versatile as Pavard, man, oh man, you can really do some damage with when you have these 2nd and short situations.
Atlantic City on the move again. They lead at 7-6 with 6:42. And Connery with the carry there for Atlantic City, and a timeout for EHT. 7-6 our score. Live video at 97.3 ESPN.com.
You know, Skelly's High Point Pub is open 24 hours a day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday until 3 a.m. the rest of the week. Skelly's is at Shore Road in the White Horse Pike in Absecon with the best food and drink available to you every day, and they deliver. The High Point has dinners from 4 to 10 every day, daily lunch specials, and all your favorites. Pizza, wings, cheesesteaks, surf and turf. There are 7 TVs at Skelly's, all hooked up with satellites for the best sports coverage. Skelly's High Point Pub, 5 North Shore Road in Absecon. Phone the High Point at 641-3172 for takeout or delivery.
On the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Mainland has a field goal to make it 10-7. Another kicker coming through the halls of Mainland. This one, Michael Giuliano. Gloucester 33, Wildwood nothing in the second quarter. Vineland's up 12-0 over Middle Township down there tonight. We'll see Vineland here at Atlantic City later on in the season. A much improved Vineland team.
A lot of penalties in this possession for Atlantic City. EHT just making mistake after mistake again. Tough season last year for EHT. Coaching change. Stetzer enters his first game as the head coach of the Eagles, and they want to improve on 2-8, but they're going to have to get some, get some discipline, if you will, and stop with the penalties, because just this drive alone, we've seen 3.
1st and 10, ball at the 24. DeBerry, they hand it to him, the motion man. He tries to hit that corner and was pushed out of bounds across the 20-yard line. So a pickup of about 5 on the play.
Real good blocking once again. When you watch it from the angle I had, Mike, there was not a black jersey penetrating whatsoever. So 2nd and 5 now the call. DeBerry picking up 5 on 1st down.
2nd and 4. Ball at the 18. Atlantic City changing the play. 3 wides. Barillo now changing sides of the field as he goes to the far side in the slot. Now he's coming back to the near side of the field. Back to throw. Pavard rolling to the near side. Looking, firing, and it is complete down around the 1-yard line in the right corner, right in front of the pylon. He hits Douglas DeBerry.
Yeah, DeBerry really did a nice job. He really ran his defender off, Mike. He ran right at him, and when he got him at the 1-yard line, he just turned his body and hit the sideline, and the pass was thrown perfectly by Pavard. Now Atlantic City has a chance to score once again.
6-16 Atlantic City. Ooh, and they throw a pass out into the flat as they diving across the goal line. They'll see if they give it to him.
They're going to call it down. The line judge from the Eagles side is going to call it down. At least his motion was they're calling it on the 1-foot line. What a strange play. It looked like he was going to give it to the up-back, and he was stopped for no gain, and yet he was able to pull it out and kind of option it out to Barillo on the left side. He looked like he got in, but he's a foot short.
Dove across it, Barillo. It was a nice fake by Pavard. Good job by the EHT defense, though, not to be confused. Now Pavard's going to keep it himself. He gets pushed backwards, and he's going to be short of the goal line. So the EHT defense stops again, and a big play there by Jerry Brumaire.
Yeah, real good defensive stand by the Eagles. This will test their young blood, as they have such a versatile quarterback in Pavard, and yet 2 plays, and they've been unable to crack that end zone from a yard out.
3rd and 1. Atlantic City still spreading them out. Single setback in the backfield is Conway. Pavard. Conway switching sides now. Pavard with 4 wide receivers. And it looks like a flag coming in.
We're coming back to the 6-yard line, or the 5.5 right now, because what happened is the center was unable to get the ball to Pavard. There was some mix-up in communication between the center and the quarterback. Everybody moved. Center still had the ball.
So that's going to move them back, open up the field. Sometimes people like this a little more, give you a little bit more room.
Tell you what, I'm running behind Christopher Marsh if I'm Pavard, but he's looking to throw.
Pavard rolls to the near side. He fires one into the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Atlantic City.
Douglas DeBerry,
and the defender was in front of him. He just threw it over the outstretched arms of the defender. What a great throw by Jameer Pavard, and Atlantic City leads it 13-6.
And DeBerry had exactly the amount of distance to make the catch. There was a good yard between him and the defender. The ball, once again, perfectly thrown by Pavard so that only DeBerry could catch it, and he was still not at the back of the end zone. So he'll kick the extra point with Pavard, but he has thrown for a touchdown and run for a touchdown in this game.
So Pavard.
DeBerry is the holder.
And they're going to fake it.
That's why I pointed it out.
DeBerry runs it in. And DeBerry gives Atlantic City a 15-6 lead with the 2-point conversion. So with the score 15-6 with 4:48 to go, Atlantic City leads Egg Harbor Township. Live video at 97.3ESPN.com.
Signal Graphics on Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township is your local commercial printer with the personal service you expect. Cut out the middleman, save time and money. Signal Graphics prints full color in-house. Signal's state-of-the-art equipment and expert printing staff allows them to produce an excellent product at a very low cost. For fast turnaround and great prices, call the Gunnels, Riley, Kay, and Chris, 609-569-9990. And for special service, ask for Chugger. That's Signal Graphics.
(15-6) Atlantic City leads the 2-point conversion. Dave O'Sullivan has halftime scores and updates coming up at halftime here tonight on 97.3. Check out acglorydays.com for everything on high school sports in Atlantic County. The kick is short. It bounces at the 20, picked up across to the 25, out to around the 30-yard line, bounces it to the outside, and to the 27 is Egg Harbor Township.
That was Spencer LaSure getting that kickoff return. Nicely advances it past the 30-yard line for the Eagles. Or it looks like right at the 30, the nose of the football. So they'll set up shop there, 1st and 10. They now trail 15-6. Egg Harbor Township drew first blood, but Atlantic City has answered with 2 real nice drives for the 15 points.
Yeah, and Atlantic City really has come back offensively and, kind of had their way a little bit. Halton in a shotgun. 2 wide receivers, kind of an offset eye in the backfield. And they're going to hand it off to Moore, off right tackle, bounces to the outside. Now he cuts it up to around the 39-yard line, crosses the 40, and a pickup of about 8 on first down.
See that? Again, he is difficult to handle. Tackling is Moore. And then once, in fact, you do make contact, he's going to get that extra yard or two. Brings up 2nd and 1, 9 yards on the first carry of this drive. Egg Harbor Township looking to answer and stay in this ball game.
Taking a shot down the field on 2nd and 1 here?
It certainly opens the playbook, and you do have the big 6'5" quarterback. I'd sling it.
Halton with 2 wides to the near side. Back to throw. Bubble screen. Caught. Upfield. First down. Not by much. And a first down to Mark Serrano, the senior wide receiver.
Atlantic City thinks they have recovered a fumble, but the play was long dead. And the official already had the ball marked. Line judge on the Eagles side has it. Line judge over here has moved in to tell the umpire.
3:50 left to go in the first half. 15-6 Atlantic City leads on a perfect night here in West Atlantic City. Next weekend, 97.3 ESPN's coverage brings you Mainland right back here at Atlantic City. I'll be paired with Ken Moska for the call of Mainland, who's playing Millville tonight, and we'll get you a score update on that one in just a minute. Halton pitches it out to Moore. Moore crosses the 50, first down at the 40 to the 35, and a big gain on first down for EHT.
There was not a white jersey that crossed the line of scrimmage. I mean, Egg Harbor Township's offensive line had its way with Atlantic City right there. Moore took advantage. And once he got out in the open field, as opposed to tackling him, a couple of the Atlantic City defenders tried to dislodge the ball. Almost successful, but big gain for Dante Moore.
Halton, 1st and 10, ball at the Atlantic City 33. 3:15 to play. Handoff up the middle. Augustino powers his way up to about the 25-yard line. A pickup of about 8. So just a little simple right tackle power run there.
Yeah, 2nd and 3 now, the call. And again, Egg Harbor Township is controlling the line of scrimmage and really dominating the line of scrimmage in this particular possession. Kind of way they ran the ball when they had that scoring drive. So they have found something, and they're going to milk it.
On the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard in just a minute, Halton hands it off, and it is Coursey trying to power forward. I think he might have a first down. We'll see where they spot it. It was 2nd and 3. It looks like they have the first down. And it's 1st and 10 EHT. On the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Millville touchdown 14-10 after a Rob Ennis 50-yard touchdown run. So Millville, a lot of people have their eye on them this year.
Yeah, with those 2 returning running backs, Ennis one of them, they should be very strong.
1st and 10, ball at the 22nd, 2:16 to the half. Halton passes a little shovel pass in the backfield to Moore. Moore hit at the 15, spins forward, and we'll see where they stopped him there. It's getting tight down there, coming up under 2 minutes.
Aaron Jackson in on the tackle. The ball now rests at the Atlantic City 14-yard line. Once again on first down, Mike. Huge yardage of over 7 yards.
Yep.
So that's a 9-yard, 8-yard, 7 yards on first down. They've really found something. The line feeling it as well, and the running backs taking advantage.
2nd and 2 at the 14. 1:37 and counting. Halton, inside handoff up to around the 10, a pickup of about 4 on the play.
That was Coursey on the carry, Mike, and again, big yardage on that play. The ball now inside the 10-yard line at the 9. 1st and goal, another first down for the Eagles.
Ball is spotted on the 10, 1st and 10. With 1:18 and counting here. EHT trails 15-6. Halton with Coursey to his right, trips to the far side. Halton spins into the flat bubble screen, and it bounces. It looked like it hit the turf. They didn't blow the whistle, though. Atlantic City's all over it, but that ball looked like it hit the turf.
Sure did, but the umpire was right there, and I watched his head. He was on the play, so apparently the hands were on the turf, and the ball rested there. So the screen does work for a short gain, brings up 2nd and goal for the Eagles.
2nd down and goal at the 7-yard line. 2nd and goal. Halton hands up to Augustino up the middle, trying to power forward inside the 5 and continue to push forward. We'll see if they stop his forward progress. No signal from the officials. A line judge is standing at the 1-yard line. 17 seconds, and I think Egg Harbor Township is taking a timeout. With 17 seconds left to go in the first half, Atlantic City 15, EHT 6.
Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you will continue to shop locally. They offer that friendly service and expert advice that you expect. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays until 6, Sundays from 8 till 4. Help just around the corner at the Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point, 609-927-6464, or visit them online at shorehardware.com. Specializing in home, business, auto, flood, and boat insurance, and McMahon Agency turns protection into peace of mind. And if it matters to you, it matters to them. So call them at 609-399-0060 or online at McMahonAgency.com. Your neighbors at the McMahon Agency send best wishes for a successful season to all the Cape Atlantic League athletes. The McMahon Insurance Agency of Ocean City, Marmora, Mays Landing. Coverage you need, service you deserve.
3rd and 1 play coming. 3rd and goal, I should say. Ball at the 1. With 17 seconds left to go in the half here. So this is kind of do or die time for Egg Harbor Township. Halton stands up under center. And he's going to hand the ball off, and they give it to Augustino, it looks like. And there's still no, now there's finally an indication, and Egg Harbor Township is in for a touchdown. Late indication there, but it looked pretty easily done for Egg Harbor Township.
Looked like it was Agostino or was it Corsi on the carry? You know, the Egg Harbor Township numbers are traditionally sometimes difficult to see under the lights, but the touchdown nonetheless gets them a lot tighter at 15-12. We'll see if they go for 2 here.
Late score. How big is that to get that late score right before the half now? And they're going to get the ball.
It's everything, especially when the defense kept giving Atlantic City the short field in that last Atlantic City possession. The offense came back and established something for Egg Harbor Township. So timeout is called, 15-12 the score. The point after awaits. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is at 6064 Riga Avenue in EHT. Phone them at 609-646-5008. And if you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries, tested and trusted. And the McMahon Agency of Ocean City, Marmora, Mays Landing, calling them at 609-399-0060 or online at the McMahon Agency will get you the coverage you need and the service you deserve.
EHT will get the ball to start the second half. They won the toss and deferred, so they score here, Tom, and they're going to get the ball back. They obviously have a decision to make here. Do you go for 1 and make it a 2-point game, or do you go for 2 and make it a 1-point game? Either way, if they don't make it, they're down by 3. There's still a field goal, so it probably makes sense to go for 2 here.
I'm going for 2 if it's my call. Then again, this is game 1. We don't know what kicking, contingent they bring to high school football here in the Cape Atlantic League. So they are setting up to go for 2.
They are going for 2, as Tom mentioned. Halton's in a shotgun. He's got trips to the far side of the field. The ball is spotted at the 2, and there's whistles. Atlantic City was blitzing on the play. A lot of whistles. Been a little bit of a sloppy first half.
Yeah, another timeout for the Eagles of Egg Harbor Township. The Heist Agency, with convenient offices in Ocean City, Margate, Egg Harbor Township, Marmora, and Vineland. You'll also find them online at heistagency.com. Remember, Thomas H. Heist when you need Insurance, and Just 4 Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Absecon, Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood, Route 50 in Mays Landing, and the Perry Egan 16th and Simpson in Ocean City. Be smart. Rent at Just 4 Wheels, and these advertisers help us bring you high school football week in, week out, right here on 97.3.
Not to mention that, they also help bring the video on our website now, 97.3ESPN.com, and I know a lot of people can't get out to these games, and you're able to watch the video, and the kids, when they're done, they can go home and watch the video. I remember back when I played, you used to be able to watch the games on Channel 2 back in the Salmons days. They don't have that anymore, but the kids can now go to our website and watch the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. So after the timeout, Egg Harbor Township still going for 2. Halton in a shotgun. The 2-point conversion. Halton looks, fires, and it is incomplete. Fired at the back of the end zone as 2 receivers kind of crisscrossed there. He threw it right between the 2 of them, and Atlantic City holds 15-12.
12 seconds remain here. I don't know what Egg Harbor Township will just squib a kick, get it into Atlantic City territory, let the clock run out, and be happy that, again, they answered. They scored first. Quick strike was Egg Harbor Township, as they did score first, took a 6-0 lead, but Atlantic City came back with 2 touchdowns, Brevard on the run, Brevard on the pass, and then the DeBerry 2-point conversion. 15-6 was the score, but EHT comes right back in response with a great running attack, making huge chunks on first down, setting up second and short each time, and put together the scoring drive to get within 3, 15-12 as we near the half.
Mike Frankel down on the field, NBC 40, also the host of the South Jersey Sports Report. He'll have it tomorrow for you at 9 a.m. with a recap of this game and all the games tonight. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 9 o'clock with Mike Frankel and the South Jersey Sports Report.
These teams, if you had to describe them as we start the season, one in Egg Harbor Township, the coach says we're rebuilding. Atlantic City believes they can be a spoiler when they test the big fellas. Well, we're seeing that kind of play here tonight.
Short kick taken about the 20, 25, 30. Douglas coming out. Douglas DeBerry across the 40, out to around the 50 with 6 seconds left to go. Shot for Brevard maybe down the field. Do they take one? We'll find out in just a second. So Douglas DeBerry out to around midfield.
Tell you, found his stride later in the season last year, Mike, and I had the privilege of being here for the very first game on this new turf, and then a game after that. The kid was an absolute stud. He can do it all, DeBerry, and he's strong, he's smart, and great return right there of about 30 yards, putting the ball at the 49.
Atlantic City on the ball. EHG running up to the defensive line of scrimmage here. Somebody might have moved. Brevard. Back to throw. Rolls out to the far side. Pavard going to chuck one down the field with plenty of air under it. And Barillo down the field. It's broken up. And that's how we're going to go the end of the first half. With the score here in Atlantic City tonight. The Vikings 15, the Silver Eagles 12. And there are some whistles, though, Tom. We thought somebody moved, and there's a flag on the far side.
I think he threw the ball after he had crossed the line of scrimmage. So it will be, the penalty will be declined, and we end the half. 15-12, Atlantic City over the visiting Eagles here in Game 1 of the Cape Atlantic League contests. And we'll have them all for you right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Saturday night, 97.3 ESPN has Penn State and Rutgers in the first ever Big Ten game for the Scarlet Knights. You can hear that game tomorrow night with pregame coverage at 6:30 on 97.3. Tomorrow at noon, Tony Blum and Steve Parker have St. Augustine taking on St. Joe. That game tomorrow. Our Saturday schedule, a increased Saturday schedule this year, and that's thanks to all our fine sponsors who help add some games to the schedule, including all these marquee Saturday games, which we'll bring you on 97.3. Dave O'Sullivan from Glory Days Magazine's a new member of the team. He's got pregame, halftime, and postgame. And he's got plenty of scores from around the area and so much more coming up at the halftime show with Dave O'Sullivan back live in the 97.3 ESPN FM studios. Let's send it back to Dave in the 97.3 studios.
It's the 97.3 ESPN FM halftime show with scores and highlights from all over South Jersey.
97.3 ESPN, action-packed first half down in Atlantic City with the Vikings holding a 15-12 lead over the visiting Egg Harbor Township Eagles. Halftime show is brought to you by Heritage Links Golf Course, Cape May County's most unique 9-hole challenge, offering link-style golf located at 1375 Route 9 in Ocean View. So the Vikings off to a good start for their 2014 season. A couple of touchdowns from quarterback Jameer Prevard, and they take a 15-12 lead into the halftime. If you're looking for something to do after the game or anytime this weekend, stop by Skelly's High Point Pub on North Shore Road in Absecon, just off the White Horse Pike. There's something for everyone. Serving everything from succulent prime rib dinners to their famous High Point Toasted Cheesesteak Special. Skelly's High Point isn't your everyday pub. Skelly's High Point Pub is open late Monday to Wednesday and open 24 hours Thursday through Sunday. So stop in anytime for a bite or grab something for the road as Skelly's High Point Pub is ready to go.
The AC guy looked like he thought they lost the ball.
Yeah. Tough, tight score here. Atlantic City, 15-12 again over Egg Harbor Township. Egg Harbor Township actually got on the board first after a scoreless first quarter. They struck first early in the second quarter when quarterback Kyle Houghton threw a 27-yard touchdown pass to Spencer LaShore on a fade pattern to put the Eagles up 6-0.
Three receivers to the near side. He's going to drop back. Fires. He's got a man one-on-one for the end zone, and it is complete.
So they're giving short answers. Kids are tough, man. Yeah, they're giving them short answers, and he's giving short, he's like not prepared.
Early, AC responded on their next drive, driving down against the Eagles defense. And Jameer Prevard, quarterback for Atlantic City, put the Vikings up for good here, at least in the first half, when he found, he ran in for a touchdown after a potential touchdown was wiped off. The Atlantic City had what looked to be the equalizing score, but apparently EHC had called a timeout just before the snap. That didn't matter, though, as Prevard ran it in and put the Vikings up 7-6 with a 10-yard touchdown run with 8:51 left in the second quarter.
He's looking to throw. Prevard rolls to the near side. He fires one into the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown, Atlantic City!
Douglas DeBerry.
Our 2014 program, Eagle Mania. Once again, a warm round of applause for your.
See, we're not getting a dial tone. No dial tone. It's definitely the phone. Like. Listen when I put it on. When I play with it.
Yeah, you hear it coming in.
Yeah.
That's what I keep hearing it though.
So what do you think? It's got to be the phone line.
Yeah, because you're hearing the dial tone.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear the dial tone too?
But it won't stay. It won't stay.
It rings in. Did it ring in yet?
No.
You mess with it.
Yeah, but you think it's this thing? Because look at that thing.
They have one over here, but he told me to use that one. Yeah, these.
Where?
These right here. They look like they're shot. Yeah,
They're
look like they're shot. He told me to use that one right there.
I wonder where the actual phone, like the wall is. We have a phone line long enough that will go right into the wall.
Try that. Should using this connector.
That looks like it's. I don't know where it's going. It's going up. It's through.
Brutal.
Terrible.
What are these guys? I mean, if these guys are listening and this is retraining,
I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I mean, I'm assuming it's the phone line because
it's got to be the phone line, Mike.
But the phone line's at least connecting with this.
With this one, yeah.
That's not even connecting.
So it's got to be the phone line though, because both machines are having trouble with that line. It's got to be.
Mainland then took a 10-7 lead on a 25-yard field goal from Mike Giuliano before Rob Ennis scored late in the second half for Millville. Rob Ennis, as you know, is a big-time running back here in South Jersey, a Purdue recruit. Also around South Jersey, Absegami holding a 12-6 lead over Ocean City on a pair of touchdown passes from Tyler Welch. Ocean City cut the deficit to 12-6 on a kickoff return by Jared Jones for a touchdown. Cherokee with a 7-0 lead over Washington Township. Hamilton, which is entering the West Jersey Football League this year, with a 7-0 lead over Kingsway. Delsey and Clearview tied at 14. Vineland with a 12-0 lead over Middle Township. Bridgeton and Buena were scoreless at the half. Gloucester City with a 40-0 lead over Wildwood. Deptford 6-0 over Shalleck at the half. Camden Catholic 10-3 over Cumberland Regional at the half. And Moorestown, one of the top teams in South Jersey, with a 13-2 lead over Winslow Township at the half. Getting back to our game of the week here, Atlantic City holding a 15-12 lead on ESPN Radio 97.3. You can also check it out, watch live video feed online at 97.3.com. 97.3ESPN.com. So we're getting ready for the second half here, coming up in just a few minutes with Mike Gill making the call along with Tom Getsky. So just a quick recap of the Atlantic City Egg Harbor Township game. EHT jumped out to a 6-0 lead on a touchdown pass from Kyler Houghton to Spencer LaShore with 11:54 left in the second quarter. AC responded with an 18-yard, AC responded after an 18-yard touchdown pass was wiped off due to an Egg Harbor Township timeout just before the snap. A few plays later, Jameer Prevard ran it in from 10 yards out to put the Vikings up 7-6. Doug DeBerry with a TD pass from Prevard made it 15-6 Atlantic City, but Egg Harbor Township came right back.
Retraining.
Gonna do it.
To Sundays, they're open
nothing we can do.
Hours, so
Just
come
can't
by
pay attention to
anytime.
it.
Sample their classic
Call
American cuisine, or
It's
hit
only
the road
going out
with their
for like 3
ready-to-go
seconds.
packaged goods. Visit Skelly's High Point
Basically,
Pub online at highpointpub.com.
I see it go out, I try to stop my thought.
And we're ready to send you back out
they don't miss
to
anything.
Mike and Tom over at Atlantic City High School, and we'll get you going with the second half here on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Penn State football on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Hello?
This weekend, the Lions head to New Jersey to take on Rutgers.
Yo. Oh, my God.
I know. It's the phone line here. We've got to go sell. Can't do 3 more games here that way.
Is Cape May County's most unique 9-hole challenge, offering links-style golf for the Jersey Shore. Heritage Links is proud to sponsor high school football on 97.3 ESPN FM and Ocean City Red Raiders football on WPG Talk Radio 1450. They would like to invite all junior golfers to enjoy a very special membership offer this fall. 4,500.
I don't know
visit golf heritage
what the hell's wrong. The other piece of equipment won't
this fall.
The Tom Williams equipment, we can't even, there's no dial tone at all.
For everyone, serving everything from succulent prime rib dinners to their famous High Point toasted
and this one's barely hanging on, so it's got to be the main line here.
Skelly's High Point Pub is
the only thing you can do is say something to the AD on Monday.
Through Sunday. Stop in anytime for a bite or grab something for the road, as Skelly's High Point Pub has ready-to-go packaged goods. Visit Skelly's High Point at highpointpub.com or call 641-3172. Now, for a message from
we'll start with the Matrix, and I guess I'll see if I can switch over to the online.
Since 1979. East Coast knows how
is it like
your home is. They'll give you a
I don't know how I know how often it's happening, but like it's only skipping out for like 2-3 seconds at a time.
444. If you call, they'll show up.
Yeah, you think I should just try the online feed?
I don't know. I can't see the online feed.
Trust us with your family at home.
I don't know how it looks on your end.
Capri Pizza now calls Northfield home, and they couldn't be happier. Walk up to their pizza bar and take your pick of a number of delicious pizzas they have for immediate order. Or you can order from a new menu and order a custom meal to dine in or take out. Pizza, appetizers, salads, pastas, sandwiches, chicken, dessert, and more. They also have a new fast delivery service if you want to call in your order and enjoy your meal from the comfort of your home. Call 646-2831 or go to CapriPizzaGrill.com.
For over 40 years, Tuckahoe Turf Farm has been covering this country with the finest sod in the world.
If I have a 10-second, I can do that, and that's a 30.
Near you. They've decided to give back with the Tuckahoe
You
Turf
have
Farm
those
home
in there?
field advantage.
No.
Tuckahoe Turf Farm will be awarding one lucky South Jersey high school a brand new sod football field. Listen to 97.3 FM and 1450 AM's high school football coverage to find out how to enter your high school in the Tuckahoe Turf Farm home field advantage. And visit them at ttfarms.com.
WENJ, Millville, Atlantic City. It's high school football night on 97.3 ESPN FM. Time to head out to the field and get the call from Mike Gill and the Prime Events sports team. Now, here's Mike Gill.
Back here in Atlantic City, Mike Gill, Tom Getsky, the second half. Thanks to Dave O'Sullivan back there at halftime from Glory Days Magazine, a great publication all over Atlantic County with the halftime show. He'll be back for postgame tonight with scores from around South Jersey. And, of course, the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN. Brian Brumell and his professional staff are waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Honda on Tilton Road in EHT. Tom, obviously, we got 15-12 here in the first half. Let's get your thoughts on so far. It's opening night. You know, these teams feeling each other out. But what do you think of them so far? You know, Atlantic City was a team that almost, as the 8th seed, knocked off the 1 seed last year. EHT struggled for the last couple of years.
Yeah, EHT hasn't had a winning season in 3 years. And, again, brand-new head coach Kevin Stetzer. Certainly very impressive on offense have been the Eagles of Egg Harbor Township, albeit they only have 12 points. But in both of those scoring drives, they dominated the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they made too many errors, and they allowed the short field. Atlantic City taking advantage with the Brevard touchdown run from 9 yards out. But both of these teams, you can tell they're young. You can tell that they have flashes of inexperience. They put together good scoring drives, and then they make lots of mistakes. They put together a good scoring drive, then they make lots of mistakes. They don't put together possession after possession after possession of football without penalties and without turnovers. So my impressions are Atlantic City seems to be just a tick further ahead than Egg Harbor Township. My thing with Atlantic City is on their defensive end. I think they got some issues. They really were unable to even come close to stopping the ball. Mike, on that last scoring drive by Egg Harbor Township, 3 first down possessions in a row resulted in 9 yards first possession, 8 yards a second time after the first down, and then 7. You can't give up chunks of yards like that on first down. You're totally unable to stop your opponent if, in fact, you do. You have to come up with a defensive stand. You got to cause a turnover. You got to have something that energizes your defense. And Atlantic City was way on their heels in that last possession. I think there's some things that Thomas Kelly learned from the Eagles and that scoring drive that got it close to. At the 15-12 mark of this game before we start the second half, I think he's seen something that it's a glaring weakness. Atlantic City's defensive line and the kind of push, the kind of penetration they get is lacking. Egg Harbor Township taking full advantage. So Atlantic City does seem to be a tick, like I said, further ahead than the Eagles, but they've got some defensive issues to Atlantic City. On the other side of the ball, Atlantic City's got great running in DeBerry, and they've got that terrific player in Brevard, Jameer Brevard. They just have such good players at those 5 or 6 skill positions. that they're going to always be tough for anyone to handle. So they're a tick ahead of Egg Harbor Township, but the Eagles of Egg Harbor Township do have a great running game, at least in this particular contest. Game 1 here in Atlantic City.
Vikings will kick to start the second half. EHT won the toss. They deferred, and they will have the football to start the second half as the kick is up. And here we go. Live action in the third quarter. Ball takes a bounce at the 20, gets all the way back to the 10. It's picked up, and Atlantic City special teams dragging back to the 5. And there to make the first hit is Dupree Wright, and Atlantic City special teams with a nice play.
And Malik Pennell, too, right down there, too. He got just the ends of his fingernails on that jersey, was able to keep that runner close. And, yeah, boy, you talk about it. Now, here's the defensive stand Atlantic City needs. They need to make adjustments in that line. They need to either blitz a linebacker to the strong side. They need to do something. They need to stuff those holes because Eagles are not going to throw the ball first. They're going to run the ball first. They need to come up with that defensive stand right here, first possession of this second half.
Halton is the quarterback for Egg Harbor Township. Not throwing the ball all that much tonight. Atlantic City, a late defender on the field, and they run right at that spot, and here gets big yardage on that play. As Atlantic City had a late defender coming in, and Egg Harbor Township, a little counter right to that right guard spot.
Tyler Weber for Atlantic City in on the tackle. Actually, quite a few defenders over there, but broken tackles and dragging tacklers. This is something EHT's been doing all night. Once again, another possession, Mike, 9 yards on first down.
2nd and 1, ball at their own 15-yard line. Atlantic City. EHT with the ball. Halton hands off left tackle, and Atlantic City with the stop, but it's going to be first down yardage. So EHT getting a little something going on the ground here. Coursey carries the football.
Another first down. So the first two, they're basically, Atlantic City started this defensive possession right here when we have a man down on the field, but they started at the 1 yard line. EHT, two plays, have the ball out to the 19. So
Deion Davis, by the way, the linebacker, kind of limping himself off the field here for Atlantic City.
And Deion Davis is one of those supreme players. He is a senior, one of the few seniors that starts for Atlantic City. 6 foot 220, has been a very, very effective player for the Vikings.
And Jeff St. Justy is also coming off the field for Atlantic City. I think Deion Davis coming over for, nope, he is coming off the field as well. So a couple of Viking defenders off, some newbies on. 1st and 10, ball at the 18. Early stages of the third quarter.
Pavard is in coverage from the cornerback position, Mike.
Halton, hands off, right guard. There's a hole, a burst at the 35-40. Crosses the 40 at the 45, still on his feet before he's slammed down by Dupree right up around midfield, just shy of the 50-yard line. And that was just a huge hole off the right guard.
Robert Coursey, the 5'11", 200-pound senior. I mean, it looked like Darren Sproles on that Sunday game. He just got an incredible hole. And then once they tried to tackle him at the 40, he got the 45 and now the 48 just on dragging tacklers and breaking tacklers.
Yeah, Coursey with a big 30-yard run there to make it 1st and 10. Ball at their own 48. Halton in a shotgun. And he's going to hand it to Coursey again. Coursey crosses the 50 at the 45 into enemy territory, up around first down yardage on the play. So 10.5 minutes left to go, and Atlantic City's had enough of this. Trotting onto the field, Christopher Marsh, 6'6", 305.
Yeah, that was Kelly Franco on the tackle. He is being replaced. That also was Amora Ortiz helping out the Franco on that tackle. But notice 2nd and 2, an 8-yard gain on first down for the Eagles.
Halton gives to Connor Augustino, who's a sophomore, and he stopped short of the first down, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 2.
Yeah, and that was the penetration I talked about. That was Noah Lyles-Harris on the tackle, but he got penetration. He just got in the hole, and he was able to get to the ball carrier before the ball carrier got ahead of steam there, Mike, because they just, for some reason, are having all kinds of issues tackling Eagle running backs. So good job breaking that offensive front and getting to the ball carrier.
3rd and 2, ball at the 44 of Atlantic City. Halton under center. He's got a power eye in the backfield. Augustino, the fullback. They give to Coursey, and Coursey might have been stopped short.
And it was a big blitz. They blitzed from both sides of the football, did the Vikings. So once again, they got penetration, but the way the ball has been spotted, it's yet another first down for the Eagles of Egg Harbor Township. Indeed, they are moving the markers.
Coursey coming off the field now, giving him a quick little blow. They've had a nice little tandem back there with Coursey.
EHT just come out manhandling that defensive front of Atlantic City the way they ended the first half.
Halton under center on 1st and 10. Bouncing out to the outside and cutting up the field is Jawan Moore. And Moore with a nice little run. And, of course, man, they have these backs, small little guys back there getting below the pads of those offensive linemen.
Yeah, and they're really doing a good job of using their eyes, Mike. They see that little seam in the field. They see the green, and they go for it. They're not running into people. They're running, towards the holes as they present themselves. So they're really running well, strong, dragging tacklers, and that was a 4-yard gain on first down.
Andy Nunez made the stop for Atlantic City, a linebacker. Halton in a shotgun, 2nd down and 7, ball at the 28. And a direct snap it to Coursey, who crosses the 35-yard line.
Coursey was hit at the 38. He was hit at the 38, one-on-one, ran over that tackler, and eventually got himself an extra, 4 yards just on his own personal will. So he was hit right there by Malik Pinnell, but he just ran right over Pinnell and got the extra 4 yards down now inside at the 34-yard line. So
on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Tom, Millville now 21-10 over Mainland, and it's a 30-yard run in the 3rd quarter. Here it's 15-12 with 7:33 left in the 3rd quarter.
There it is.
And a nice play in the backfield as Malik Pinnell makes a big stop on Coursey, and that's the defensive stop Atlantic City hasn't been able to get.
That's exactly it, and that's what they did is they shot a gap. They've got to shoot gaps. That line's being manhandled so badly that those backs have to shoot gaps. It may have to come from a safety. It may have to come from a corner, but they've got to shoot those gaps and get to that ball carrier before he gets to the line of scrimmage because the defensive front isn't there.
Hamilton 10-0 lead on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard. So Hamilton's first game in the West Jersey League so far a success. Going for it on 4th down. 4th and 6. Ball at the Atlantic City 37. Halton in a shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side. Low snap. Halton gets it. Back to throw. He's got one-on-one coverage, and it is intercepted by Pavard. A leaping grab. Pavard crosses the 10. Stutter steps to the 15, and he runs out of bounds. What an interception as Pavard, like a wide receiver, went up and stole the ball out of the air.
Yeah, you could put him almost at any position, couldn't you? If he could throw it and catch it himself, he could probably do that, Pavard, because there was a little error under that ball. That ball had a little bit of air because the receiver was there, but he just timed his leap perfectly. 2 hands on it, and the interception. So this is what struggling teams do. They turn around, they have a penalty, or they have some type of turnover.
Yeah, it's a turnover, as you just mentioned there, Tom. The big turnover as Atlantic City now has the football as EHT was driving. Pavard doing all the work.
And this really does send a message to, Kevin Stetzer, the coach of the Eagles, run the football. I mean, you basically stopped yourselves on that drive by throwing the football.
1st and 10, Atlantic City at their own 12, but they got a turnover. Pavard looks like Barillo in a shotgun now. Barillo hands it off to the man in motion, breaks a tackle at the 30, 40. Can they catch him? 30. Reyes gone. Touchdown, Atlantic City.
Atlantic City ran the ball 92 yards for a touchdown, Mike, on the first play of the second half. Their possession. Pavard, because of the interception, was a little bit winded. So they put Barillo in there at quarterback. He hands the ball to his running back. That was DeBerry, and he was off to the races. And when he broke the line of scrimmage, everybody for the Eagles in the secondary had already rushed the line of scrimmage. There was no one back there to stop him, and it was like lightning. First play of the second half for Atlantic City, a 92-yard score.
92-yard later, a touchdown. Pavard usually kicks these extra points. He had the interception. He wasn't even in a quarterback here. We'll see if he comes out to kick the extra point, or they're going to go for 2.
Well, the only time that he wasn't responsible for a touchdown in the last 2 years for Atlantic City, he wasn't on the field. So Atlantic City has skilled position players, and that's the way they can hurt you. You can keep them bottled up all game, and then they'll break something for 92. This game is brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, and they encourage you, get out, support your favorite high school team every week. Vic Sub Shop is at 742 Ohio Avenue in Absecon. Phone 645-0500. Vic's is open 7 days a week until 8 p.m. and on weeknights, and 9:30 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Vic Sub Shop, Ohio Avenue in Absecon. And Capri Pizza and Grill is the home of the world's best pizza. And once you've come in, you'll see
That's not a lie either.
If you're looking for great pizza and even better service and atmosphere, stop by Capri Pizza and Grill on Tilton Road in the Terramar Plaza, Northfield.
Love that pizza there, Capri. Rocco.
Capri has always been a great place to go.
Well,
even when they were in the mall, when the mall was only outdoors, if you remember back that far, they were a great place to go.
They still are a great place right there on Tilton Road, and it's 21-12. Atlantic City called a timeout there.
It's open 7 days a week until 8 p.m. and on weeknights, and 9:30 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Vic Sub Shop.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it to online.
In Absecon, and
yeah, you got to take something out of.
Is the home of the world's best pizza, and once you've come in,
21-12.
If you're looking for great pizza,
Pavard back to throw. Pavard rolling to the near side. Pavard rolling back to the far side of the field. Pavard still on his feet. Pavard bounces to the outside. Pavard is chased down from behind. Boy, he made an exciting play out of a 2-point conversion there.
It's the longest failed 2-point conversion I think you'll ever see. It'd be the longest successful one. That just was, and now he's cramping up, which may be why he was out after the interception. Because
Well, you saw when he had the interception, Tom, instead of really trying to run up the field, he was kind of, he made an unbelievable catch, but he didn't really look excited to run the run back.
Bingo. Yeah, it looked like he was just looking for some room to lay down. He eventually went out of bounds at about the 12-yard line, or 8-yard line. That being said, so he is on the ground. He is in fact cramped up. Is Brevard. So with that, 21-12 is the score with 6:17 remaining here in the third quarter of the second half. We're from Atlantic City. Mike Gill and Tom Geske bringing you high school football right here on 97.3 ESPN. Skelly's High Point Pub is at the Shore Road and the White Horse Pike in Absecon. The best food and drink is available to you every day, and they deliver. Phone the High Point at 641-3172 for takeout or delivery. And Johnson's Popcorn is at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. That's Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. Diorio Circle Cafe on the MacArthur Boulevard in Summers Point. Loaded with TVs at Diorio's, and you can see your favorite game. Their wings and tenders voted best at the Shore. Phone 609-927-6111 for takeout. And Shoppy's at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood and at Shoppy.com. Select and design your own trophy award and order it online. Shoppy's also has a complete line of gifts, and all of these sponsors bring you Cape Atlantic League football right here on 97.3.
Javier Laura with the kickoff. Laura's kick bounces at the 20, rolls back to about the 17, picked up there, crossing the 20 at the 25, 30, 35, and trips over out to around the 40-yard line. And as Tom mentioned earlier, these numbers for EHT are pretty tough. It looks like Well, it doesn't look like anything at this point. It's a metallic silver look on black, and that silver is really shining in the lights pretty good. I think it was Spencer LaShore returning the kick.
And Tyler Weber on what would have been a tackle, but allowed the ball carrier to roll up to his feet. As you said, he was off to the races, but just tripped under his own momentum. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They need to respond now. They're down 2 scores.
Ball at their own 38. Halton in a shotgun. Coursey into the game. Halton hands it Coursey, and he is wrapped up immediately, and Atlantic City gets him for a loss. So the Viking defense with a pick and now a loss on that play. So Atlantic City's defense coming to play, and Mike Eisenstein, the defensive coordinator, sitting there next to us, dialing up all these exotic defenses.
I like to think he took my advice and started trying to do some sprint gaps there, because that's exactly what Kelly Franco did right there. He basically got back off the line of scrimmage and just found a little gap, got in there, got the tackle. That's what they need to do. They need penetration, do the Vikings of Atlantic City. We'll call it 2nd and 10.
Ocean City, 13-12 lead against Apsagami. That's on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard. Halton to throw into the flats, complete at the 40, 45, 50 around the first down marker. We'll see where they mark it, but on the far side of the field there, nice catch and run.
I think he's going to be right on. They're going to end up measuring this, Mike, but Francisco Reyes in on the tackle. Beautiful throw by Houghton for the Eagles. He hit him right in stride. He threw a BB. And good catch and run, and it looks like they're going to measure it. Nope, they're not. First down, EHT.
So now the Silver Eagles in business now. I think Mark Serrano had the catch there for EHT. Halton on the outside. He hands it to Coursey, who's still running, crosses midfield, up around the 45 to the 40-yard line. And there's a big run by Mr. Coursey, Robert Coursey, the senior, having a big night.
And Coursey used his blockers on that left side, Mike. That was a wall of black. There was no penetration by Atlantic City whatsoever, and he just fouled his big fellas and got himself a huge first down. And the ball now resting at the 40 of Atlantic City. So while Atlantic City had a couple penetrations, got in some gaps and created some stops, EHT answered with that big run for the first down.
1st and 10, ball on the 40. Halton, 2 receivers to the far side, 4 receivers altogether. Sends a man in motion. That's Dante Moore. Back to throw. Halton with some pressure. He is hit as he throws, and he gets thrown a little bit outstretched arms of Moore on the far side of the field. Atlantic City with a backside blitz there. Looked like Laura putting some pressure on along with Malik Pinnell.
Yeah, and Pinnell really had had a bead on him, and I think he sensed it. That's why he let the ball release a little bit out of the outstretched arms of the receiver, and also a little bit short. He ran that. He threw that ball much better the last time with no pressure, but Houghton feeling it right there. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10 on the 40-yard line with 4:34 left to play in the third. Halton sends a man in motion more to the far side of the field. It's a low snap. He hands it to Augustino off the 40. Breaks through a tackle at the 35-yard line, and again, they pick up about 7.
And no penetration once again. 8E is just following a line of black bodies that are really, really, really sealing their blocks beautifully. And Atlantic City has got a player down on the field for the time being, as really the defense for Atlantic City is once again on its heels. After a few stops, they're once again on their heels.
It's the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN. Connect with Brian Ramel and the sales staff at Boardwalk Honda on Facebook.
21-12 is the score here from Atlantic City. Atlantic City leads over Egg Harbor Township with 4:12 remaining in this third period. McGettigan's 19th hole on Route 9 in Galloway Township. Come celebrate the NFL season with 62 years of tradition and enjoy their special $5 menu every Sunday during NFL games. McGettigan's 19th hole, Galloway's original Irish pub. And when you are ready for roofing, siding, or windows, call East Coast Roofing and Siding at 609-545-1444 or visit them online, eastcoastroofing.com. And I got to hurry up and put that away because my partner here will start singing the jingle.
I've heard it often. They are great sponsors and great partners.
And who hasn't here in South Jersey? You know, Capri Pizza now calls Northfield home, and they couldn't be happier. Walk up to their pizza bar and take your pick of a number of delicious pizzas they have for immediate order, or you can order from the new menu and order from a custom meal menu, dine in or take out. Pizza, appetizers, salads, pastas, sandwiches, chicken, desserts, and more. They also have new fast delivery service. If you want to call and have your orders sent to you, enjoy your meal from the comfort of your own home. 646-2831 or go to CapriPizzaGrill.com.
Halton back under center on a 3rd and 5. Actually, he's in a shotgun on 3rd and 5. Low snap. He goes and gets it. Pressure. Over the middle. It's caught. First down, Moore. Up the sideline, Moore to the end zone for a touchdown.
Touchdown from the 35-yard line. So the pass is 35 yards. Holton to Dante Moore. Again, I said Mike Moore does it all for EHT. Was their standout runner last year. He returns to be successful again. That gets them back to 21-18 with an opportunity now to even make it closer, make it a one-possession game. 35 yards.
Yeah, Houghton to Moore, they look like almost like a screen setup where they let the Atlantic City pressure come and they just kind of dumped it over the pressure, and Moore got to the outside, up the sideline for a touchdown.
And the speed of Moore. I mean, you saw it. You know, there were guys bearing down on him, but no, he just found that next gear, and he was able to create separation right down the sideline for the touch. And they will go for 2, will the Eagles of Egg Harbor Township. And it is, there's the penetration.
A lot of penetration, and easily for Atlantic City, they really blasted that, blew that play up. So Atlantic City defense holds, makes it 21-18. Atlantic City still in the lead.
When you're faced with a civil trial case like personal injury, employment discrimination, or negligence, you need the right lawyer. Make that call to Goldenberg Mackler in Atlantic City, Northfield, Rio Grande, and Vineland, or online at gmslaw.com. Atlantic Chiropractic Holistic Center, your total health resource for people of all ages, featuring chiropractic, acupuncture, and massage services at 6717 Atlantic Avenue in Ventnor. And Jersey Mike's has a great menu of sandwiches in the ShopRite Center in Summers Point. Choose from an assortment of those hot and cold subs. They're open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 9 p.m. Phone 609-653-3000. For Jersey Mike's. They're open 7 days a week, and they've got that big kahuna cheesesteak.
21-18, Atlantic City leads Egg Harbor Township. 3:51 left in the third. Mike Gill, Tom Getzky here. Don't forget, tomorrow, St. Augustine takes on St. Joe's on 97.3 ESPN. That game kicks off at noon. Tomorrow night, Penn State takes on Rutgers in the first ever Big Ten game for the Scarlet Knights. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:30, and Monday Night Football, Eagles visit Indianapolis. And big news in the NFL, Adrian Peterson deactivated for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Big-time trouble out there. We'll give you the details after this kickoff there. But sad stories going all over the NFL. And obviously, this might be the worst of them all.
I mean, the NFL has suffered more than just a black eye the past several weeks.
This Adrian Peterson story, he could possibly be done for the season.
We got the issue with the Panthers, the 49ers, the Ravens.
High short kick, taking it about the 25. Now it bounces all the way back to the 20, reverses field to the 10, coming out to about around the 5, dancing. Prancing to the outside now is Douglas DeBerry, and he's still on his feet, and DeBerry is back in the end zone, and he might get taken in for a safety. It is a safety.
Oh, my heavens.
Picked that ball up at around the 20-yard line, Tom. Reversed field all the way back to the point where he kept changing directions, and he just kept going backwards and backwards, so he was in the end zone, and that's where he was tackled.
And with 3 minutes and 34 seconds, the two-point conversion is good. That's exactly what EHT attempted, and their last possession to try to needed was Douglas DeBerry to, again, within 20 yards, try to find something by reversing, eventually tackled in the end zone. And he comes out really a little gimpy, holding his wrist and worrying about an injury to his wrist. So now we have a 21-20 game And
I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
I don't. Not from 20 yards. I've seen guys get tackled in the end zone.
Sure.
You know, when you fumbled a squib kick or something. But you're right. From the 20-yard line to do all that backpedaling and whatever, backsliding, and then find yourself in the end zone and get smothered. No, I don't think I've ever seen that.
A kickoff. I just typed this at 97.3 ESPN on Twitter. EHT just got a safety on the kickoff.
And well, that's the way our game has gone now, hasn't it?
That means Atlantic City will punt. They've elected to punt.
It's going to be Javier Laura. He is the kicker for Atlantic City.
Laura.
And
high end over end. Great punt, by the way. And it comes down to the 30, takes a bounce, picked up at the 25, cuts up field at the 30, and that's where EHT will get the ball following the safety. With 3:29 left now, you got to think they have momentum in this game.
Oh, they definitely have momentum. They've cut the lead to 1. It was 2 scores. They've cut it now to 1. They've dominated the line of scrimmage, and I just have a word of advice for head coach Kevin Stetzer: run the football. Run the football. The passing game I would use if you get further behind, but right now, down 1 with the momentum you have and the way you've controlled the line of scrimmage, run the football.
3:29 left to play, and it looks like a Viking is down with 3:29 left to play in the third. Atlantic City 21, EHT 20.
Tuckahoe Turf Farm has that home field advantage. Tuckahoe Turf Farm will be awarding one lucky South Jersey high school a brand new sod football field. Listen to 97.3 ESPN's high school football coverage to find out how to enter your school for a chance to win a new football field.
Yeah, that's something we're doing this year along with Tuckahoe Turf. They're giving people a team a brand new field. I mean, some of these fields, Holy Spirit, you go out there really struggling with the field. Mainland hasn't had, the new sod out there. They're going to put a brand new field out at your school. All you need to do is log on to 97.3ESPN.com and find out how.
And
you were baffled by that, by looking at this field.
Yeah, but you know what? When you mentioned the 2 fields that you did mention,
I could go to Absegami, Oakcrest, Middle.
Oh, Oakcrest is a cranberry bog. I mean,
not many fields are as beautiful as this turf.
Well, Egg Harbor Township has the turf. Obviously, Bridgeton now, they have the turf.
St. Augustine.
St. Augustine kind of.
Everybody's got that kind of money.
I think EHT did it by a referendum. And, it is certainly more of a cost advantage in its upkeep and maintenance and so forth. But the player is being assisted.
I still like playing on the real grass. I've been out on these turf fields, and they're nice, aesthetically pleasing to look at. But I got to imagine the body hurts a little bit more when you're done playing on this bad boy.
I guess. It isn't a carpet. It actually has a little bit of grassy feel to it. But you're right. It's certainly different than real turf. It does, a team like Atlantic City that does like to have speedy players at skill positions, Mike, this kind of turf really is something they enjoy playing on.
Sandy Nunez walking off the field for Atlantic City, who's the catcher for the baseball team, also caught for my baseball team. Should play quarterback with the arm he's got. Instead, he's playing linebacker here and limping off the field.
Yeah, so quarterback, he won't get hurt, and I can use him again next year.
By the way, for Egg Harbor Township, we saw LeSure kind of limping off the field on that side as well. So,
looks like EHT will set up in that traditional power I. They did sport that in the preseason. We've seen it periodically tonight, but it looks like they're going to set up in it right now.
1st and 10, ball at the...
Corsi the deep back in that power I might add.
Ball's at the 30-yard line with 3:29 left. It's the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN. Connect with Brian Brummel and the sales staff at Boardwalk Honda on Facebook.
Hey, Joe, stay over there. Tell the band to stop blowing the whistle.
You heard that? Somebody blowing the whistle, confusing some people out there. That was one of the Atlantic City coaches you heard in the background here. EHT breaking the huddle as we get ready to restart the clock.
Hanging on to a 1-point lead are the Vikings of Atlantic City. 1st and 10 in this new possession after the safety. Again, it is Egg Harbor Township deep back in the I. Will be Corsi.
Yeah, the official wants the band to stop blowing the whistle. That's why there's a stoppage right now. The officials have told Atlantic City to please have the band stop blowing the whistles, and that's what the stoppage of play has been for.
Make an announcement. Stop blowing the goddamn whistle. Yeah, everyone's going over.
That is not the first time that we have been privy to some of the, what would you say, some of the secrets of coaching here in the Atlantic City press box.
3:29 left to go here in the third quarter.
The game has been stopped for someone blowing a whistle in the stands. Whoever's been blowing the whistle, please.
It's the band.
Trying to get somebody in the crowd to stop blowing a whistle here, and you can hear.
Thank you for your performance.
By the way, Atlantic City, notoriously known for not having the biggest crowds at football games. Very big crowd here tonight.
And actually, well represented are the Eagles. And that's a big visiting bleacher over there. And Corsi gets back to about 4 yards on the first carry. 2nd and 6 will be the call.
Yeah, back to live action after that little delay there. Apparently there was a whistle being blown from the Atlantic City bleachers, and they were trying to figure out where it was coming from. But, yeah, Atlantic City with probably, I don't know that I've ever seen a crowd this big here at Atlantic City, even for a playoff game, almost even for a Thanksgiving Day game. I mean, that gives you an indication how big the crowd is big tonight.
It's a beautiful night. Again, both teams are evenly matched. The 1 point only separates them, so they're enjoying a Friday night here in Atlantic City High School.
Halton in a shotgun. Low snap. It's on the ground. He picks it up. Screen set up. Complete. Augustino, first down. 40, 45, 50. Still on his feet. 45, 40. Falls forward. Tackled on the far side of the field.
Well, Atlantic City bit, obviously. I mean, it was there were half a dozen white shirts chasing the quarterback, and he just lofted it over to Agostino, and there was no one. He had 10 yards before any of the flow of Atlantic City's defensive secondary could get to him, and he busted it all the way down to the Atlantic City 40-yard line. It has been, except for the huge run by Atlantic City, it's been all Egg Harbor Township here in the second half.
1st and 10. Ball at the 40. EHT gives it right up the middle. Corsi falls forward. Flag comes in late. In the area of holding. Corsi was lined up as the fullback that time.
And it was, and again, he got that great left guard push, great left guard tackle, and Mike, they just cleared everybody out. I think it was one of the wide receivers that broke back and tried to block for him that got called for the hold.
So they're going to march that nice run back. Atlantic City catches a break. Has not been the cleanest.
No. We've had turnovers on both sides and penalties galore. But again, these are young teams. Atlantic City is predominantly a junior class, and you're talking about a rebuilding effort by the Eagles. So these are teams that this is not going to be their year. They're going to build throughout the season.
Halton under center, and he loses the football. Then he picks it back up and he gives it to Augustino, who was the fullback there. So a quick pickup, and that's why that handoff looked like not a clean handoff there, so it's going to be 2nd down and about 18.
Not clean is very, very generous of you. That was a brutal handoff. It probably Houghton should have held on to the ball himself and maybe seen if he can get some yardage. But it'll be 2nd and long, and again, this drive's starting to stall.
Houghton is a senior. Kyle Houghton, 6'5", 215 pounds. He's a big boy.
Yep. Yeah, you can see the field, and he does have a good arm. The interception, I thought he got a little air under it, but every other throw has been spot on.
Shotgun formation, trips to the far side. Low snap again. Halton Fires, throw, picked off, intercepted on the play. Atlantic City picks it off. They're going the other way. Atlantic City with blockers in front for Deion Davis, and he's finally brought down at around the 30-yard line. Deion Davis, like a tight end there, picks the football off, and another turnover for Egg Harbor Township.
And that's what struggling teams do. It's 2 steps forward, 3 back, and that's exactly what Houghton did right there. He did not throw into his receiver. He threw into triple coverage. There were 3 white shirts and soft coverage right there, and he threw to the biggest one. And it is a return of that interception all the way down to the 29-yard line of EHT. Now, my advice for Atlantic City, put a lid on this thing. Get settled. Don't be so, forget all the cutbacks and all that kind of thing. Let's get settled. Let's get a first down or 2. Let's run our offense and put this game back into steadiness.
1st and 10 for Atlantic City. Ball at the 29. And they fumble the football, but Brevard picks it back up. He sidesteps a would-be tackler, rolls to the near side. Brevard looking up the field, still looking, runs out of bounds short of the 30-yard line, so they're going to lose a good 4 or 5 yards on the play.
As soon as I said settle down, get some steadiness, what they do? They fumble the snap from center out of the shotgun. That, these are the types of things that you have to get a handle on.
On the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard, Buna is a final. They beat Bridgeton 7-0, so a little bit of an upset there for Buna. Brevard, swing pass into the slot. Douglas, DeBerry bounces to the outside, and he is taken down after doing some dancing, and he loses about 5 or 6 yards. So the Silver Eagle defense pumped up now.
Well, again, This drive, if you want to call it a drive, started at the 29.
Seth Wagner, by the way, made that play.
It's now back to the 40. They have lost 11 yards in 2 plays. This is exactly not the formula to settle down on offense. Low snap from center.
And Brevard throws over the middle, incomplete. Defending on the play is Brian Halifka, and there's a flag on the play as Halifka looked like he was kind of riding the back there, as White was the intended, Dupree Wright, the intended receiver for Atlantic City. We'll see what this flag ends up doing. It was 3rd and 21 at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's not going to be a first down. It comes back to the line of scrimmage. They march it off. Yes, they're marching it off as we speak. So it certainly will make it a more reachable first down as they are in 4-down territory.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 now, as opposed to the 3rd and 21. So 3rd and 6, ball at the 25. Trips to the near side. Brevard in a shotgun. Back to throw. Brevard rolling to the near side. Brevard fires, throws, and it is complete. Complete to right out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Dupree Wright on a first down for Atlantic City with 6 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Atlantic City on the move.
What a great play by Brevard. He got the time. He created some distance for himself. His sight line was great. He had receivers over there, and he threw a dart.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter here in Atlantic City tonight with the score. The Vikings 21 and the Silver Eagles 20. You're listening to the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week on 97.3 ESPN.
If you need a sign, you need Captain Charlie. Captain Charlie at Blue Water Graphics creates signs for the real estate, business, and other businesses. He does construction site signs, window lettering for your business. He can also provide the lettering for your van, car, truck, or boat. You can reach Blue Water Graphics at 609-823-8891. Signs, banners, vehicles, windows, whatever lettering you need. Phone Captain Charlie at 823-8891. That's Blue Water Graphics. And once again, and I've been doing this for well over 20 years, this game is brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team every week. That's
Millville answers a 73-yard touchdown pass from Palhamas to Pinnell, and they lead Mainland 33-24 with 1:37 left in the 3rd quarter in that wild game.
Mainland looking to rebuild. Saw Bob Coffey looking to, again, prominently junior team. Millville, though, looking to be, pretty much the strength of that American division. So
and a Group 5 title contender.
Yep. So
Mainland on the radio next week right here on 97.3 against Atlantic City. We'll be right back here. First and goal for Atlantic City. Ball spotted at the 9. And right up the middle, Atlantic City tries to keep it on the ground.
That was Barillo, I think, on the carry.
The Baumgartner Construction scoreboard. Hamilton 10, Kingsway nothing. That's a final. So Hamilton wins its first West Jersey Football League game.
West Jersey just welcomed the Hamilton Blue Devils.
Gain of 1 yard on the play.
Gain of 1, second and goal at the 8. Pavard pumps, rolls, and he is going to go down. Sacked big time there by Wagner. And Seth Wagner, the linebacker, got Pavard, and it is a huge loss, Tom, on the play.
27 yards in 3 plays they've lost, have the Vikings of Atlantic City. And, boy, I'll tell you, again, 2 steps forward, 3 back for both teams. They are truly teams that are going to have to find their sync. Find what they do well and try to do just that because they are prone to making these kinds of mistakes.
18-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 26 for Atlantic City. 10:50 to play in the game. Pavard in a shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Barillo in the far side slot. Low snap. Pavard picks it up, steps up, eludes the pressure. Rolls out to the 20, 15, 10, Pavard, touchdown! A 26-yard run by Jermaine Pavard, and Atlantic City leads at 27-20.
Amazing. Again, that's what these Atlantic City teams do. I can think of some teams like Atlantic City, like Bridgeton. They can really stink up the joint on a couple plays, and then all of a sudden, because of their athleticism, one play and they can score, and they did right there. Pavard looking downfield and then feeling the pressure because no one was open, avoiding some tacklers, and then seeing himself a lane. And he used that lane down the left side of the field, hugged that sideline, and his speed got it into the end zone. When he wakes up tomorrow, he is going to be one sore athlete, is Jameer Pavard, because he has basically taken his team on its back tonight.
Pavard going to try the extra point. There's a flag on the play, though.
We have encroachment against the Eagles, so it's going to move it to the 1.5-yard line. And we'll see what they do with this. Maybe given the fact that it's going to be at the 1.5, and their extra point kicker is their quarterback with some cramping issues. See if Coach Kelly, nope, they're going to kick it anyway.
They got a 7-point lead. This would make it 8. Brevard on to kick. And this kick is up, and it is blocked. Kick is blocked, and Atlantic City will hold a 7-point advantage with 10:30 left to go in the game.
Under the Flood Insurance Reform Act of 2012, you can save more than $90,000 over 10 years if you build 3 feet above base flood elevation. The all-star staff at Baumgartner House Lifting can attend to all your house-raising needs. The Baumgartner family has 65 years of combined experience in general construction. Visit BaumgartnerHouseLifting.com or call toll-free at 855-324-2700. That's Baumgartner House Lifting, restoring the Jersey Shore, one home at a time. And for over 60 years, it's been Diorio's Circle Cafe as the gathering spot for local sports fans. Loaded with TVs at Diorio's, you can always see your favorite game. It's just not fine dining at Diorio's, it's good food. In fact, their wings and tenders were voted best at the Shore. The kitchen is open daily at 11 a.m., and you can phone 609-927-6111 for takeout. The Circle's gone, but Diorio's Circle Cafe is still there on MacArthur Boulevard, Somers Point.
27-20, 10:30 left to go here in Atlantic City. Mike Gill and Tom Getsky. Live video on our website, 97.3 ESPN.com, streaming live. Tom Arnone on the video. Short kick, taking about the 25, crosses the 30, over on the far side of the field to the 40-yard line, and the Vikings gang tackling there, and that's where Egg Harbor Township will open up for business, Tom, down by 7 here as LaShore returned the kick out there for about a 20-yard return.
Yeah, Scott Connor Jones gets his name called tonight. That 31 coming off the field. He was the tackler there that drove back the ball carrier. And for the Atlantic City Vikings, Atlantic City now sets up that defense again. Let's get back to see if they can shoot some gaps and create some havoc in the backfield of the Eagles. If not, the Eagles have already dominated that line of scrimmage. They've shown it.
Stay tuned for the postgame show with scores from all over the region. Dave O'Sullivan has you till 10 o'clock right after this one. 1st and 10, ball at the 40. Halton in a shotgun. Sends a little pitch out to the near side. Coursey, flag on the play, taken down short of the 50-yard line, and I'm assuming there's a hold right out on that far sideline.
I saw a defender for Atlantic City get spun. That means somebody got their hand on him and stopped his momentum and spun him around. I think that's going to be the call. I think it's going to be some type of illegal block. No, it's going to be holding. It's going to go against the Eagles of Egg Harbor Township. That's pretty much what I saw. So once, anyway, in the second half on first down, or actually in the second quarter, third quarter, all their first down plays were for huge yardage. But in this case, it results in a penalty, and it'll bring up 1st and 20.
Vikings back in action next week against Mainland, who are in a battle with Millville tonight. Scores from around the region coming up with Dave O'Sullivan. In the postgame show, Dave O'Sullivan from Glory Days Magazine. Make sure you check out their publication, acglorydays.com. He does a great job with that magazine with features all over the kids in this area. 1st and about 18, ball in the 32. Low snap. Halton hands it off, and it's Coursey again crossing the 35-yard line, pickup of about 4.
3rd and long now for the Eagles. They trail in the game by 7. This has been truly an amazing game. You know, the safety was something that you and I have never seen. As Egg Harbor Township got the safety on Atlantic City on a kickoff. And then you had the big play by DeBerry of 92 yards. That got Atlantic City up 2 scores prior to half. Just outstanding big plays and lots of errors in the middle.
2nd and 14, 9:14 left to go. Halton in a shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side. Low snap again. Halton goes down and gets it. Now he airs one out one-on-one for LaShore, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by the Vikings. Atlantic City gets an interception there, and it is Francisco Reyes on the pick there. The 3rd interception of the night.
Yeah. And you know, again, we tried. We didn't whisper. We shouted at the coach, first-year coach of EHT, don't pass the ball, run. They've thrown 3 interceptions here in this second half. So it's one of those things where Houghton, in that case, threw to a covered receiver. And because there was so much air on the ball, that receiver was able to go up. It was anybody's ball at that point, and the defender took it away and created the interception. 1st down Atlantic City from their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10. Pavard. Do they run the ball, or do they feel more comfortable throwing it? They give it to Barillo, and Barillo is jacked up and pushed backwards by the Silver Eagle defense.
I don't think they'll where the contact was made is where the ball will be planted, but it will be a significant loss. How many times have we seen Atlantic City in this game suffer loss after loss after loss, and then big play?
Well, that's why I asked you. They keep the ball on the ground. They seem more comfortable throwing the ball, but you want the clock to tick here. 8:34 and counting.
Yeah. Things to work on for Coach Kelly.
Low snap. Pavard gets it. Sets up a screen. Complete, and it is caught at around the 27-yard line. Short gain on the play. Aquan Conaway catches the football and gets up the field.
Well defended by EHT, wearing number 7 was Victor O'Farrell. He really read that screen well. He saw himself breaking in too free and too clear. He turned around and chased the ball carrier down from behind. 3rd and 11 now, the call for Atlantic City.
Ball at the 30-yard line. Atlantic City, 4 wide receivers. Barillo in the slot. Pavard looking over this Egg Harbor Township defense. Pavard rolls, steps up, fires over the middle, and it is incomplete, short, intended for Douglas DeBerry.
Yeah, he had DeBerry wide open at the 50, and DeBerry actually, to help his quarterback, had made a break towards the sideline at the 50, but the ball was well underthrown by Brevard, and they'll have to punt the ball away. That will be the kicker, Javier Lara. Sorry for that delay. Javier Lara is the punter for Atlantic City.
Lara the punt. And the two receivers for Egg Harbor Township stand back at the 35-yard line. Lara showed he has a good leg. Remember, EHT got a safety on the kickoff to start the second half, or after a touchdown, and that got him within a point. AC answered, and now EHT is going to get the ball back. Lara runs into one, and he crushes this one to about the 40. And right there, Atlantic City does a great job covering on that punt. Give it up there for Michael Barillo.
Yeah, 40-yard punt, and very little run back, maybe a yard if that. So it's going to be important for the Atlantic City defense now to come up with that play, either stiffen or come up with some type of defensive posture where they can shoot some gaps and get in the backfield. I got to believe with the 3 picks, I don't know if we're going to see Hutton throw the ball on this particular, at least this first down attempt.
2 timeouts left for EHT. 7:32 left in the game, so we're not looking at the timeouts just yet. But keep that in mind. AC has all 3 left. Halton under center. Coursey in the backfield. Single setback. Coursey gets the football. And Atlantic City up for the challenge. They stand him up and push him back. And a big play there by the linebacker, Dion Davis, who has an interception in this game, too.
Yeah, and he's a sizable kid at 6'2", 220, a senior as well. And he, as you said, he came right up. He smelled the stuff, and he was able to make contact after a very short 2-yard gain.
Robert Ennis tonight has 299 yards rushing. He's 3 yards away from breaking his own Millville record, so we'll keep tabs on that as well. Here, it's 27-20 with 6:57 and counting to go in this football game. Atlantic City leads 27-20. Halton and EHT have the ball moving left to right on your radio dial. They hand it to Coursey, bounces to the inside, and he is stopped right away immediately. And another big play there, as right now Vashawn Brock is having his way in the middle.
And what he did, Mike, is he stepped back from the line of scrimmage, read the ball, and then shot the gap. That's what he did. That was a gap play right there by the defense of Atlantic City, and another short gain by EHT. So I think the defensive coaches of Atlantic City have found that shooting the gap and not going one-on-one with those linemen is the best way to stop the Eagles.
Player down for EHT with the score 27-20 on 97.3 ESPN.
You'll like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. Coastal insurance specialists with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health, they offer it all at the Heist Agency. Convenient offices located at 700 West Avenue in Ocean City, 7809 Atlantic Avenue in Margate, in Egg Harbor Township at the Providence Professional Park, and in the shopping center of ShopRite in Marmora, and South Main Road in Vineland. You're also going to find them online at heistagency.com. Remember, Thomas H. Heist, if you need insurance. Interstate Batteries in Egg Harbor Township is now the 10th largest in the country, bringing their excellent service to 7 counties in South Jersey. They not only have the battery for your car, they have it for your boat, RV, motorcycle, ATV, truck, power chair, or golf cart. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is at 6064 Reek Avenue in EHT. Call them at 609-646-5008. And if you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries. Tested, trusted, and very dependable.
Sure. Here we go. Here in the fourth quarter, 3rd and 6, 46-yard line. EHT with the ball, 6:04 left. Halton rolling to the near side. He's getting some pressure from the backside. Halton lets one go, and it is incomplete as Atlantic City's defense holds again. It's 4th down now, Tom. Ball right around midfield, 4th and 6. With under 6 minutes, you're down 7 it looks like they're going to punt.
You're going to ask me, what would you do? Well, I watch the guys come up the line of scrimmage and say, well, I'd punt. Actually, probably not. I would not punt. Atlantic City has had trouble moving the ball. I have just, I absolutely dominate them at the line of scrimmage, loss after loss after loss. I just think that they're afraid that Atlantic City will, again, come up with that one big play. So back to receive this Eagle punt is the starting quarterback of the Vikings, Jameer Pavard.
And the kick to Pavard, he goes and gets it around the 24-yard line, stutter steps, comes to the near side, gets to the outside, gets a block at the 40, 35, or 45, 50, back to the 45, and there's a flag on the play. Back on the far side of the field by the EHT sideline.
It was on one of the initial blocks. It's all the way. There's one at the 21-yard line. There's one at the 32-yard line.
Those flags kind of blend in with these yellow circles for the soccer field that sometimes you get a little distracted by those yellow sidelines and circles on the field for the soccer field. That's one of the reasons I don't like the turf field as much. They're confusing to call games with.
All right. Well, this is going to be a pick'em. Which flag do we want? They're all over the place. It probably has everything to do with a poor block, a hold, or of some nature, and it is a hold. So it's going to bring it back all the way to the 22-yard line. Pavard had it at midfield, but the Vikings will start from deep in their own territory. They're marching it off from the 22.
Man, this is tough for them because they haven't run the football all that much, and you're starting deep in your own territory, and you don't run the ball all that much. An interception could give EHT good field position, and there's not enough time on the clock where you cannot run the ball effectively still. You still need to chew up a couple first downs here.
And plus EHT keeps turning the ball over. That stops the clock. The penalties, all of these penalties stop the clock. And as you said, they can't run the ball, so they can't. So that's why we have an extraordinary long second half here in Atlantic City.
I don't know if Dave O'Sullivan's happy about that or not happy about that. He's got post-game coming up right after it. Pavard taking it for all the marbles, and it is incomplete. One-handed try.
Nadir Singleton.
By Singleton. He might have had his back arm grabbed, though. What did you think?
The one hand was there. All you do is bring the other one over. But, that's very, very well-thrown ball by Pavard. In stride. Singleton right there, but he could only get one hand on it. And it brings up 2nd and 10.
All right, 2nd down and 10. Ball at their own 12. Pavard. Little option. He keeps it himself, and he goes down pretty quickly as Robert Corsi in there on the stop for EHT.
Yeah, pretty much the safe play for Atlantic City. He's a good ball handler, and he's not going to put it on the turf, is Pavard. And, again, you got that big leg, in Javier. So, you do have the opportunity maybe to kick this thing out of here and try it again.
3rd and 8. Back at the 14. Back to throw. Pavard looking. Coming to the near side. Looking. Fires, and it is incomplete. Skip short on the near sideline to Michael Barillo. Sets up a 4th down and 8, and the Vikings are going to have to punt. So EHT defense does a great job.
And, again, here's the punter again, Javier Laura. And they're looking really for Laura to get that ball to midfield and, again, eat up this clock. It is now under 5 minutes. Atlantic City clinging to a 7-point lead.
A couple missed 2-point conversions in this game. Atlantic City made a 2-point conversion. Running on the field late, Equan Conaway.
And if you remember, that was DeBerry who was holding for the conversion. And the faked conversion, he just rolled it into the end zone off the right side.
Brian Halifka. It looks like back deep as one of the return men for Egg Harbor Township, and I believe on the far side is Spencer LaShore. We'll wait for the official signal. High snap. Laura gets it, and a high, short punt. Bounces at the 35, rolls across the 40, rolls across the 50, still rolling, and touched up right there by Atlantic City. And that is where Egg Harbor Township will be starting their drive with 4:46 left to go, just over the 45-yard line at their own 46.
There's a full line of brand new cars available for rent at Just 4 Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Absecon, Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood, Route 50 Mays Landing, Perry Egan in Ocean City, 16th and Simpson. Not only do they have the car you're looking for, they also have vans, conversion vans, trucks, minivans, and 15-passenger vans. Be smart. Rent at Just 4 Wheels. Call them at 645-8077 or 522-0049.
Halton under center. Power eye in the backfield. Augustino, the fullback, and they hand it this time to Allen. Or Moore. And Moore is driven back. Coming up there to make the stop is Dion Davis and Aquan Conaway in there as well.
Yeah, that was a real good defensive stand right there by Atlantic City. 3 white shirts directly on the football. Seems like they started to figure something out here, Mike. The last possession, they were able to stop the EHT run momentum as well, as Atlantic City will have to replace. That's Anquan Conaway. And they forced Houghton to go to the air, and he threw the pick. So they have found something, have the Vikings, and see if they can continue it here, 2nd and 10.
Jenny Williams into the game for Atlantic City defensively. Halton in a shotgun. Nope. Back to throw. Stepped up, fires, and it is complete diving catch on the far side of the field. And I believe that is Seth Wagner, but there's a flag on the field. And Wagner is kind of clapping as he got up.
Well, they're going to throw a personal foul thing. You didn't have to hit him. Like college, when you hit the ground, you're down. You don't have to do anything. His outstretched arms, he caught the ball, and he went to the ground. And Atlantic City hit him anyway. That's going to be the personal foul. So they're going to tack on to this. And, Atlantic City came up with a couple of nice plays. That was going to be 3rd and 5. Now it's 1st down, and it's going to go deep into Atlantic City territory. Those kinds of mistakes, you got to get a handle on them. You've got to stop that.
So it's going to be a 1st down and 10 for EHT at the Vikings' 34-yard line. 3:52 and counting here in the 4th quarter. They break the huddle. They send Serrano to the far side of the field. Power eye. He fumbled the football, and he fell right on top of it.
It's a blitz, too.
Fumbled the football, dove right on top, and was able to get that right back, luckily for him.
That was a fire alarm for Atlantic City. They sent everybody but the cornerbacks and safeties. There was just 4 guys back. That was it. Everybody else went.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball still at the 34. It was a bad center quarterback exchange there.
We've seen it on both sides of the ball, too. Atlantic City's had a lot of low snaps here in the 2nd half. Maybe fatigue starting to set in a little bit.
Halton in a shotgun this time. Halton back to throw. Fires over the middle, incomplete, and it hit the foot of a Viking defender. He wasn't ready for that as Conaway just kind of got hit with a bullet. Pass was intended by Dante Moore. Moore's 5'4", Halton 6'5".
Yeah, and Javon Bostic put a little bit of pressure from the left side on Houghton and kind of forced him to make a quick throw. It was errant and brings up 3rd and 10.
Rob Ennis, 311 yards. He has a new record and counting as Millville leads 33-24. We had the game last year that Ennis broke that record on 97.3. 3rd and 10, ball at the 34. Under 3 minutes to play now. Huge play for EHT. Halton pitches it to Moore. Halton is a lead blocker on the play. Moore trying to get to the outside, and Pavard drags him by the jersey out of bounds. No flag on the play.
Pavard didn't bite. I mentioned this on several occasions. Now we have a flag in the air. We have a flag in the air. We have lots of commotion. For our listeners, it's completely on the other side of the field, so everybody jumping up and down over there. But Pavard
that's a real late flag.
He is begging the official. But he didn't bite. I've said this before. He did not give up his spot on that field and pinch and allow them the end. He stayed right there, got his hand on the player. Unless he threw him out of bounds, another personal foul against Atlantic City. So the entire offense of Egg Harbor Township in this particular possession is personal fouls against Atlantic City because they're going to get 30 yards in personal fouls against Atlantic City.
Real late flag on the far side of the field, and that's going to move EHT into a 1st down here. I mean, they were going to face a 4th down. What would you do in that situation?
Again, it would have been 3rd and 5 at the 50 at the last personal foul. You've had 2 plays in order to get that yardage, and you get it all. And now you got a stop again. It's going to be 3rd and 10 and you give now you get another personal foul, and it's going to be another first down. So my point, this is what struggling teams do. They just lack consistency. They have great play, and then terrible play. And eventually, you got to find your spot. You got to get in sync.
1st and 10. Ball is at the 16-yard line now after the penalty.
2:48 remain, Mike.
Got a good one here.
Could be tied.
Not the cleanest game, but good finish. And Halton is in a shotgun. Halton barking out the signals. Halton hands it off to Augustino, and he is hit, breaks a tackle, gets to the outside, and now he finally goes up around the 10-yard line, so a pickup of about 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, but Noah Lyles-Harris really did the right thing. Atlantic City was able to shoot that gap and get contact in the backfield, but he couldn't wrap him up. Now, next thing you know, Harris is down on the ground, and the ball carrier is still going, so 2nd and 6 now, and the ball sitting at about the 12 for EHT.
EHT, all set eye and a shotgun. Houghton hands it off. Moore busts through the middle, and a nice tackle there by Conaway, because Moore might have hit the pay dirt end zone there if Conaway didn't get him. We're going to see where they spot this ball. It looks like he's about a yard short of the first down. 3rd down and 1. Ball inside the 10. 27-20. AC leads with under 2 minutes to play, but EHT is on the move.
Big hole there for EHT. A little bit of a brush of the nose guard, and then he went out and got to center, did the center for EHT, and man, a hole opened up, and big yardage.
3rd and 1. Ball at the 7. Halton to Moore, and he's hit. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. HC makes a huge stop, and making the play for Atlantic City is the linebacker shooting a gap right there, Noah Lyles-Harris.
Right, and what a great play by Harris. I'm a little shocked at the handoff. I thought 3rd and 1, maybe you'd see the big fellow, the quarterback, to run the quarterback sneak again, but not to be, and now it's going to bring up 4th and 2, entirely different situation for EHT. Timeout. Atlantic City still leads by 7, but EHT is pushing. Shoppy's is even better online. You have probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but at Shoppy's.com you can select and design your own trophy or award and order it right there. Shoppy's also has a complete line of gifts. Remember, you're not presenting the finest trophy unless you are presenting a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684 for Shoppy's since 1921. And live coverage of Atlantic City Viking football is brought to you in part by Dino's of Margate, open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. until 11:30 p.m., serving award-winning subs and pizza and great breakfast menus. Dino's delivers all over, including the beaches. Call 822-6602. Dino's, 8016 Ventnor Avenue in Margate.
It's a final on 1450 a.m. Ocean City beats Apsagami 19-12. Andrew Donahue has 2 touchdown passes on the Baumgartner Construction scoreboard over there. Here it's 27-20, and maybe the final nail in the coffin for EHT. It's 4th down and 2. They need a first down. Ball at the 8. Houghton under center. They hand it to Corsi. Corsi bounces. He's stopped. He's held up. He pushes forward, and he may have got it on a second effort, Tom.
I think the way the guy is, or the line judge is marking the ball, it looks like he got it by a whisker. Look at the line judge right here, Mike. He is sitting at the 6. His right foot is on the 6-yard line.
Malik Pennell disagrees with you as he's pointing this way, but obviously he's a defender for Atlantic City.
Yeah, that ball is sitting, and then we have an Eagle that is a little fatigued right now as he is on the ground.
Need to see the spot, trying to find it amidst all the defenders and EHT players hanging around there. It is the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events. Connect with Brian Brummel and the sales staff at Boardwalk Honda on Facebook. It is 97.3 ESPN. Post-game show with Dave O'Sullivan coming up next with as many scores as he can fit in until 10 o'clock.
1:15 remains. Atlantic City barely clinging to a 7-point lead, 27-20. And we are getting a measurement as to whether this is a first down for EHT. If so, it'll be first and goal.
There's the measurement.
First down.
First down by a half a football. Half a football, got it. So it's first and goal. Ball at the 6. 1:15 left in the game. AC, remember, has a 7-point lead. So EHT will have to at least kick the extra point or try to win the game by going for 2.
And we haven't seen them kick very much in this game. They have been going for 2 quite often.
Here we go. First and goal at the 6. Halton under center. Spins, hands to Coursey. Coursey dances back up the middle. He gets down to the 2, and it's a 4-yard gain short of the goal line. Second down and goal with 50 seconds left to go.
That's the most important play of this drive right there, is getting that kind of penetration all the way down inside the. Now you know you've got 3 running backs that can pound that ball in, and you've got a quarterback who could sneak it in.
Timeout, Egg Harbor Township. 37 seconds left. They trail by 7.
And live coverage of this Atlantic City Vikings football game brought to you in part by Vagabond, the kitchen and tap house. Just down the street from Atlantic City High School, the neighbor with the best burgers. Vagabond features 9th period happy hour every Monday through Friday from 3 to 6. Vagabond Kitchen and Tap House, open weeknights from until 1 a.m. until 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. Join your fellow Viking fans before and after the games at Vagabond. The Storage Inn, a family-owned business, started more than 3 decades ago. 2527 Fire Road in Egg Harbor Township is their location. They have over 40 different sizes to meet all your storage needs, personal and commercial. Storage Inn, open 7 days a week, 24-hour, 7-day security. 609-646-6400 at Storage Inn. Located in Ocean City, or visit thestorageinn.net. Their managers are on site to assist you. Storage Inn, EHT in Ocean City.
Second and goal at the 1. EHT trails by 7.
Quarterback sneak.
Halton under center.
Deep back in the eye.
He's going to keep it himself. He pushes forward and gets a push from the running back, and he is in for the touchdown.
The same thing, what they do is they allow the quarterback to take the sneak, and then both guys in the eye, the up back and the tailback, they just run right into the quarterback's back and just push him into the end zone, and they did it again right there. So Halton with the score. 1 point separates these 2 high school football teams here in week 1 with 33 seconds to go in the game. What will EHT do? Houghton is getting some type of instruction from his head coach over there, Mike, and it appears they're going for it. Oh no, I see a T on the field. I think they're going.
Well, EC takes a timeout because they want to try to figure out too.
Now they call a timeout because Houghton definitely has something in his hands to place the ball down, but we shall see.
27-26, 33 seconds left. AC leads EHT.
And Skelly's High Point Pub is open 24 hours a day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday until 3 a.m. the rest of the week. Skelly's is at Shore Road and White Horse Pike in Absecon. Best food and drink available to you every day, and they deliver. High Point has dinners from 4 to 10 every day. Daily lunch specials and all your favorites. Pizza to wings to cheesesteaks to surf and turf. 7 TVs at Skelly's, all hooked up to satellites for the best sports coverage. Skelly's, High Point Pub, 5 North Shore Road in Absecon. Phone, High Point, at the 641-3172 number for takeout or delivery.
We'll see what EHT tries to do. 27-26, AC. See if they anticipate a kick here.
Well, I think Houghton was setting up in some type of kick formation, and now that Atlantic City's called timeout, we'll see what the Eagles decide to do here.
Well, there's 33 seconds left, so even if they do tie this game up, Atlantic City's going to have some time, and they're dangerous. It looks like they're going for it. They are going for two. The final play for EHT. Trip to the near side. Halton in a shotgun. Augustino to his right. Halton, he's going to roll to the near side. Halton going to throw, and it is complete. Complete to Corsi in the back of the end zone. 2-point conversion is good to make it 28-27, Egg Harbor Township.
And he was so open, was Corsi, and he was directly on the back line of the end zone, so he couldn't go any further. I thought Houghton might have put too much air under the ball, but the Atlantic City coverage broke down. Nobody converged on Corsi. The ball just floated in there, like Houghton kind of like just wanted to hand it to him. And the 2-point conversion, good, with 25 seconds. Egg Harbor Township on the road coming into Atlantic City and takes the 1-point lead. You said exciting game, full of all, great plays and terrible plays. But boy, talk about maturing as a team. Talking about giving, Egg Harbor Township a little thought that maybe they can be competitive this year after a 2-8 season last year and a brand new head coach. What a play for Egg Harbor Township. What a comeback. They lead by 1 with only 33 seconds to play.
Yeah, the clock was back to 33. They ticked the clock. The time does not come off the clock on the 2-point conversion.
Unbelievable call. Just great touch by the quarterback. He rolled out. He had plenty of time. There was no rush as Atlantic City was laying back, trying to defend everywhere on the field. They just didn't find him.
Back deep to receive the kick for Atlantic City is Pavard. They got a couple receivers back, and it's caught at about the 25-yard line by DeBerry to the near side. DeBerry trying to hit the corner. He does at the 40, 45, 50, and he crosses midfield with 24 seconds left.
Well, Atlantic City gets the ball then. They have half the field to work with.
And they have one timeout remaining. I believe one timeout left to go for Atlantic City. So they can still throw at least a pass into the middle of the field here, Tom.
And let's not forget, Pavard doesn't need to throw. He can use the throw to create the space on the field and take it himself.
Another question. How far can Pavard kick a field goal? They trail by 1. He's been kicking some extra points.
He's kicked extra points. He had 1 block. So I don't even think they're thinking that. I think they want to get the ball to one of these speedy, skilled players and create some space.
1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. Pavard in shotgun, back to throw. Pavard steps up, fires over the middle, and it is
incomplete.
No rolling by anybody, though.
Yeah,
the clock stops with 17 seconds left. As DeBerry looked like he might have gone back and got that with one hand, but he shielded us with his back to us.
Yeah, it was a poor throw, too. It was behind him. He really tried to stop that momentum and come back and get the ball. So 2nd and 10 now, 17 seconds.
Ball at the 48-yard line. 17 seconds left. Pavard with trips to the far side. Pavard back to throw. Looking, fires down the field, and it is way overthrown, intended for Dupree Wright. So 2 downs left and 12 seconds.
Got 2 plays.
You still have time to throw the ball in the middle of the field because you have that timeout, but the field goal seems like that is out of play.
I just can't. I don't know why he's staying in the pocket. If I'm Pavard, I'm coming left or I'm going right, and I'm trying to create some space and give my speedy receivers time to get some distance.
Timeout, Egg Harbor Township with 12 seconds left. They want to tell their guys, bat it down, knock it down, do whatever you got to do. 28-27, Eagles lead Vikings.
Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you will continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturdays until 6, and Sundays 8 to 4. Help is just around the corner at Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464. Visit them online at shorehardware.com.
It's the Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week here on 97.3 ESPN. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. So Atlantic City, 3rd and 10. 2 downs left, 12 seconds. AC, 1 timeout left. Pavard in a shotgun, trips to the far side. Pavard back, looking. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to have to let it go, and he is going to be sacked at his own 45. EHT got him, and that's going to, well, they're going to call a timeout. AC had looked like got a timeout. I see the official coming in, waving his arms over his head. Oh, no, Atlantic City fumbled the ball, and EHT got it. A lot of commotion on the EHT sideline. It's hard to see all the way over there. And it appears, Tom,
Pavard's down with a cramp again. He was actually cramping when he was standing in the shotgun, Mike. He was just pulling on that leg and pulling on that leg. So the young man gave it everything he had, but they could not defend the run against Egg Harbor Township, and they lose this one by 1, 28-27.
The final score here in Atlantic City tonight, EHT wins it 28-27. For Tom Getsky, I'm Mike Gill. Dave O'Sullivan has scores from around the league up until 10 o'clock tonight, a crammed-in edition of the postgame show. We'll be back here in Atlantic City next week for AC and Mainland. Good night, everybody.
Mainland Regional High School. Have a pleasant evening and a safe drive home.
Goes Eisenstadt again. Slamming shit, screaming curse words.
Oh, Mr. Nistika, Mr. Gill. Good. Thanks again, man.
I survived
Great
my
to
first
see.
football game.
It's going to be a long career.
Have you joined the 97.3 ESPN VIP Club, where points...
Tom told me you guys have all 4 of my home games.
Yes.
Is it you two?
I'll be me. No, it'll be him. Next week, I'm at Ocean City.
Oh, okay.
But Mike will be here all the time.
I'll pretty much be at all of them.
He is the big kahuna.
For Ocean City High School football this fall. Friday nights, our coverage starts at 6 with the best high school football pregame show in South Jersey. Then at 7, catch every play, every tackle.
God, talk about it.
Now or something?
Yeah.
Telling these guys 2 hours ago I couldn't wait to have a beer. Now I can't wait for them to go to bed.
Right? I told you're having that benefit over at Vagabonds tonight. It's from 6 to 10.